welcome to the start of Series 8 from Riverbend Springs. We have been running cattle for a long time, and what I would like to do, because these guys just had some little bubbies. Yes, you did, you had a little bubby. I don't know where they are, though. They're in here somewhere. There they are, they're so cute. I think it's time that we swap out the cattle and get ourselves some water buffalo, because I have not done water buffalo yet in the game. I think it's time. In order to do that, though, we're going to need to swap out some stuff. So number one, we need to get rid of these cows. So all of this stuff, we need to get rid of them. Also would like to see, did we make any money on cows? I doubt it. Let's see, what are they giving? 1.5, we paid 1.175. Okay, we made money. Yeah. So we'll go through, get rid of these guys. Unfortunately, I don't want to sell the babies because they're so cute, but we have to. And we are good. We are up some money. However, as always, for some reason, it steals my money. I think it's time that we get rid of, like, charging us to sell and get rid of our animals. It's time to get rid of this. Stealing my $38,125. I don't even... Oh. Hey, there we go. We got our money. All right, so now that we've got rid of those, I think we should definitely buy, like, a lot of water buffalo. So these guys right here are 1.175, so about the same amount. It does look like the fattening cows are a little bit more expensive, though. So that's interesting. I don't really know how many of these I want to buy. Definitely not 1,065 of them. But you know, we have enough money, actually. I think like 500 would be more than enough. Oh, I didn't know if you held the button, it like fast forwarded everything. Oh, that's kind of cool. GG Giants. Nice. Good job. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Bam. We now have the water buffalo. Hello, homie. What up, dude? The other thing we need to do is we need to kind of clear the place out for them. So we've got some milk over here that's going in the production. We've got more poo than I know what to do with. And there's more milk over here in this. So the production's going as fast as it can, but boy, oh boy, only just so. Fortunately, we've got a sell point over here, so that makes things nice and easy for us. This Kloss, which most of you probably haven't seen in a long time or may not remember, this is one of the mods from Despo98, who, if I remember correctly, is an employee of Giant Software, but I'm not exactly sure who they are. I need to figure that part out. Nonetheless, this is their mod that they made, kind of converted over from previous Farm Sim, and I made it hold 50,000. Not insane, but, you know, I made mods when, you know, mods weren't crazy. Mods are getting crazy now. Oh, wait, does this hold 100,000? Oh, nice. Anyway, mods are getting crazy, Farm Sim's getting a little bit wild, and I'm having a ball with it. So, some of my stuff might start to get a little bit much. Hammy's back, yeah! Now we could do a lot of really cool things with this. A lot. And what I'm gonna do is none of those things. I'm gonna sell it. Just get money for it. I'm a little bit sorry. Not all the way sorry, but a little bit sorry. And 100,000 liters of manure brings us in about 10,900 bucks, which is almost enough to go in and do something with, like, solid fertilizer. I'm not sure how I need to do some testing, or have Farmer Cop do some testing on this. How much manure and slurry are you saving versus selling from, like, not buying solid fertilizer, liquid fertilizer? I'm interested. I don't know the answer to that question. I do know that in easy mode, it's better to sell it than it is to like, buy anything, but I don't know. Or it's better to buy than use? You know what I mean. Is that it? Is that all it's going to give us? All right, whatever. Oh, boy, more just popped up. I don't know what just happened there. More just popped up. That was... Oh, gosh. 6,200 liters of manure just went pow, baby. Let's back this up. Oh, best backwards driver in Farm Sim. You can do this, DJ. Got him. So for that, not bad. 7,700 bucks. It's more than zero, so I'll take that. So step one is done. Step two, let's do milk next. I was gonna do poo, but let's do milk next. I think this will be more fun. So multi-fruit buying station. No, what? What? Get out from under there, bro. Here we go. All right, this is much better. So we have 117,000 liters of milk. Not bad. I came through the wrong way through this. Nonetheless, it's already making buffalo milk, which is insane, but I haven't done anything with buffalo milk. Like, it is currently April the 1st, and I'm not fooling you. So, I mean, the game came out in November 12th. I haven't done anything with buffalo. I did get stuck there, though. That's no fooling either. I was driving forwards, though, so that's my defense. Yeah, nothing a little super strength won't fix. So here's the thing with the milk. So Biggins has a dairy now. So if you don't know, Biggins is actually the person who made this, the multi-grain production mod that we use. Well, they have a dairy version as well. I hate going into the game. Every time my mouse disappears and it sucks. Over here, multi-grain production. So they have this, and it's pretty nice. All things considered, it's got some really nice stuff in there. Well, I'm using dairy, which is like the base game thing, and it's meh. You know, it just is what it is, you know? So what I would like to do is get rid of that and then add in Biggins mod. The thing, though, I think it could fit here. I think we could probably fit this in here. You know what? Let's move this tractor out of the way and turn it off. That gets really annoying with blah, 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 blah in the background. Okay, so this production right here, valued at $36,000, and we have 100,000 liters of milk in there. So I really don't want to delete that yet. It's got milk in there, which we can make money off of. What I think we might be able to do is put the production, Biggins production, this guy, somewhere else. Now, would it fit right here? Yes, and it would fit great. But maybe we put it like down here or somewhere else. Maybe push it through just like that a little bit. We might still have enough room to turn around there at the end. Maybe. We will likely never be getting pallets off of this. We just need a place to like dump into it. So honestly, we could put this really wherever we want. Land isn't owned by me. Get out of here. So I think I've come to a conclusion, but where I've got my slurry ain't gonna work for me. There's also slurry in there right now, so I need to do something. And I think Mac Trucker 921 might be able to help with this. You see, my liquid tank that I've got is currently occupido. So I need another one. Well, he just came out with one. And I think the Telix Phoenix can help us here as well. As a matter of fact, it is very loud with the Phoenix. We're gonna have to bring that down a bit. Oh, David, I love you, truck, bro, but it is so loud. Oh my goodness. So what we've got here is Mac Trucker 921's liquid semi-tanker. Now, this one's interesting because it only holds 250,000 liters. At least I think it's only 250,000 liters. It does hold slurry, which is nice to see. I guess we'll have to find out and see exactly how much it holds. Also, if you're on PC and you have universal auto load and you use the liquid tank, there's a little spot in the front with like an auto load thing. So you can put pallets or something there. That's kind of neat, right? I think that's pretty cool. All right, we'll bring this over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the liquid slurry. It's all liquid slurry, isn't it? We're going to get the slurry out of here. So I need 216,000 liters out now. There we go. Nice and easy. There's probably going to be a little bit of slurry here or there that pops its way in there between now and then anyway, but we won't worry about that. All right, so now we've got that, and we can turn that off. Now I need to delete this. There we go. Sell the filling area. Yes, please. And sell the storage. Perfect. We'll have to put the storage somewhere else, but for the meantime, we need to put the dairy right over there. I decided it would be funny to have this shed in like the very back corner, just like kind of sticking out. I don't know. I thought it was funny, so I tried to line it up as best I could, and I misclicked as soon as I put it down. But I'm still very, very pleased with myself. I think that's hilarious. Alrighty, so there's one other thing that I can do, and we may end up doing this. Honestly, I should have just put that over here, but whatever. We'll cross that bridge. Should I move it? Let me show you what I was going to do. So, taking a look in the dairy right now, we have roughly 100,000 liters of milk. There's some bottled milk going out, but it's not a lot. I can just give myself another 100,000 liters of milk, and we can get rid of this right now. Honestly, I think that's the move. Yes, sell it, cool. And it didn't give us any extra money for it, so it's not like we're benefiting in any way, shape, or form. I think that was the right decision. Okay, so now that all kind of fixed our setup, which is great news. Also, I'm not quite sure why, but there's something that is tagged, I think. What did I accidentally tag? Oh, I tagged the hay production. Well, that's not good. Let's get rid of that. All right. So here we are. Now this is a little bit better, a little bit nicer. I will say this, we don't have as much storage as I thought we were going to. That kind of stinks. I could fix that though. All right, we got everything set up. We should be good to go. And I just also wanted, this is so silly. The manure heap is at negative 95 liters. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Negative 95. How does it do that? There you go. Let's get rid of that. Negative 95 liters. I don't know. Anyway, I went in. We've added a modded version of this. Modded, and everything is 1 million liters. However, I didn't change anything else. So really what this does is it gives us more storage capacity. But that's it. There's not going to be anything that happens any faster. Nothing crazy. Nothing wild. But that's kind of what I wanted. The production chain's awesome the way that it is. I just needed extra storage. Sorry, Biggins. Love you, bro. So now I think we could finally put everything back where it was. I will need to pop in another 100,000 liters of milk, but this is okay. Yeah. I do think it's probably safe to go ahead and come in here, pick what we want. I think because most of the stuff is going to need other things, right? Let's see. Goat milk, nah. Butter for buffalo. Do we make butter? I feel like it doesn't matter if we make butter. We could make a couple extra things though, maybe. The big thing is going to be once the milk is gone, that's it. And we're going to be using buffalo milk from then on out. So what if we just go, I've also heard the buffalo mozzarella is like the bomb way to go. So why don't we go with like buffalo milk bottled? Let's activate that and set it to selling. Let's activate buffalo mozzarella, activate that, change the output to selling. And then let's go in here for the milk because the milk's gonna, we need to get rid of the milk quickly, but you know, I don't know, make money. Money good. Money good. We'll activate the butter from the milk. We'll also activate the cheese from the cow milk. There we go. And I think everything else is probably good. We don't have sugar. I don't have extra chocolate to put in here. And there's really not much else. We could do bottled milk as well. Change the output to selling. All right. So I think that's going to put us in a good spot. We'll jump in here, we'll go ahead and unload the milk, and we'll go from there. Here's the 100,000 liters of milk that I promised myself, so right on the money. It also got rid of some like buffalo milk that I already had. Kind of sad, but it is what it is. I really need to get something different through in and out of here. It is very difficult to drive around right now. There we go. All right, so regular milk is in, and we are good to go. Now, coming around here, I want to see if this will let me load digestate from this trigger. It should. Yeah, or slurry, sorry. It will let me load slurry. Good. So you only need one trigger to run both of those. Love the buildable feed a lot, man. It's one of my faves. I think the only thing else that we need to do on this side of things is sell this slurry. Here we go. Ooh, this is going to take a minute. So then, what do we get for that? $24,000. Not terrible at all. I don't think there's anything else that we need this. Whoo, that is so loud. I don't think there's anything else that we need the trailer for. We could take a look, but did my mouse just disappear? What happened to my mouse? There it is. I don't think there's any other production chains that need this, so we should be all right. Tell you what, these water buffaloes sure are lazy bums. You lazy bum! Lazy bum! I need to double check and see how the food is. They still take ZMR. All right, cool. Again, I don't know much about the buffalo. It's, you know, I'm learning. You're not learning with me. You probably already know all this. But they got plenty of straw. Well, I say plenty, some straw. We should probably give them some more. But as far as everything else, they're good. Oh, I just realized I don't have I don't have my silo over here to buy the straw anymore. Uh-oh. I feel like all I do these days is just drive in circles around this farm. But I mean, it works. Here we go. So we got this here now. We can get some straw out of this. I know I've got straw, but it's being used for other things. There's also really good options for this as well. If you don't want to use 82 Studios, for example, I think it's Gaming Joy. They've got these where like one of them's free. Like it's just everything in the game's free. It's kind of hard to ignore that. And then Omatana's got multiple different versions here. One of them are the regular price, one's the reduced price. I mean, this one right here, super popular. You could kind of put it almost anywhere and just kind of hide it away. So if you don't want to use 82 Studios, don't worry, there are multiple options. Alrighty, there you go. So Straw is now up with everything, and I think everything that I need to do on this farm is done. So here's the next thing. I think because we're doing a bunch of swathing for this next harvest, it's probably time to invest in another one of these. Another MacDon and another header, probably not a mower header. I mean, we've got one, and I don't remember the last time I used it. Now, I always like going and seeing if there's anything in the used area first. This is a good idea because you never know if you'll be able to save a little bit of cash money. I don't think that's not it. Well, we didn't get lucky, but the good thing is we don't need it yet, so we can wait a little while longer before we buy one. I'm also curious, how expensive are they? I'm a little bit on 135 there and 97 here. Man, it's not terrible. Plus, if we lease it, it's even better. We got time. So if you're just joining in the series, or if you are brand new, or maybe, just maybe, you've been watching since episode number 1, if you have been, shouty outy to you. We've got canola over here, wheat down here, and then barley in these 2 fields. Our grass area way up here is 3 big grass fields, which allows us to get all of our grass for, making extra cash. So that grass turns into silage, which in turn sells every night, which gives us some good money for that. All of the production chains that we've got currently right now, everything is set to selling. We are still making bread. We've got some flour over here at the bakery. It's set to distributing from the grain mill, so there is that. It's distributing, etc., etc. One thing I want to do real quick is check our silo here and see if there's anything in there. There is. It is grass. Why do I have 704,000 liters of grass in there? I've also got these little grass dryers or hay dryers all around. So with these, we actually have places for grass to go in and turns it into silage and then silage. Well, this one, the silage is set to distributing, but it doesn't need to be distributing. Why is it distributing? Why is that? Why is that set to distributing? Let's set that to selling. There we go. This is set to distributing as well. That's so weird. The hay is set to selling. Why is the silage? That's awkward. Oh, I think it's probably set to the BGA. Is that why I did that? That may be why I did that. Yeah, looking at the BGA now, that's why things are there. Well, you know what? Tell you what we can actually do. So this one right here is up at the grass farm. This one can be set to distributing. So yeah, silage is not an input here, thank goodness. We could set that to distributing, but the main farm dryer, this guy right here, this needs to be set to selling. We need to be making our cash from this. So we are taking straw and grass both in and taking that, turning that into silage and selling it. Speaking of, I think we could probably take some over there right now. All right, give me a John Deere. John Deere, John Deere. We've got the smaller of the 6Rs right here. Would be kind of cool to go for the larger version as well. We haven't gotten that one yet, so this was part of the base game. The 6R was changed, but they did add a larger 6R, which goes, well, it's just a little bit of a bigger one. I don't know if this is the smaller medium frame, but I know the other one is the large frame, I guess. The largest one there is in the game anyway. So what we could do is we could take this, fill this up with our grass from this silo right here, and then take it over and dump it and make some silage. Yeah, all right. Bam. This might take a while. So that's 1 and dump. And there's number 2 and dump. And 3 and dump. Alrighty. So that is, well, I guess everything we need to do today in game. It is currently June. So we're going to fast forward today. We're going to go take a little nappy poo and see what July brings. And before we do that, I do want to take a look at these guys and see exactly what we've got going on. We are still running this. Ooh, baby. Yeah. I guess that one other thing I should probably have done is one of those distributor thingies. For the slurry, we could send the slurry over to the BGA, although I would like to put a BGA over there that I've modified. I love how it says manure, negative 1,365. It just isn't. How? So stupid. Oh, man, oh, man. Alrighty. Bedtime? Bedtime. Okay, so money's going up a little bit. This is nice. The manure is definitely not in the negatives anymore. Such a silly setup. I love it. Taking a look, let's see. We have gotten, oh man, 14,000 liters of buffalo milk overnight. 119,000 liters of slurry. Goodness gracious. We are going to be moving stuff, man. And the sugar beets are still running. I feel like we haven't utilized anything at all through here, but I mean, it's going. Slowly but surely, but it's going. It's received a lot of silage overnight. I mean, a bunch. We take a look at the hay farm over here. Yeah. Hay farm. The grass farm hay dryer. Rabble. This thing. It is sending silage like it's going out of style. I think the problem is going to be we can't get rid of it fast enough, which is certainly an issue. We want to keep everything filled up, so let's go ahead and fill this up with as much grass as we can. Fill up the hay dryer over there. Man, we are running a farm now. All right, while that's working, we can run some buffalo milk. 14,000 liters of it. It's not a lot, but you know what? It's not bad. Bring that around here. That way we don't get into any trouble. Dump the buffalo milk, and that is out. Now we can take a look at our multi-dairy and see how we're doing here. So we got our buffalo milk in. Regular milk is in. It didn't immediately like cheat anything for us, which I'm extremely grateful for. So yeah, buffalo milk is good. Buffalo mozzarella is good. We should be able to make stuff. No problemo. It also looks like it's going through it. Well, I don't know if quickly is the right answer or not, but we're doing okay. There's also an enormous amount of, well, we come over here, the filling area. The filling area is 11 million liters. I'm not sure exactly how it is that much, but it says that it is. I don't trust it. So I really want to get the slurry out of here and just kind of get it sold, which shouldn't be that big of a problem. This trigger should work for everything, right? Multi-fruit buying station. No! Stop it! Knock it off! There we go. Man, I really got to get this multi-fruit buying station away from my triggers. And this is why I've got, crash counter +1, I guess. Again, this is why I've got a long sell point, because we can sell both trailers at the same time. So for all that slurry, an extra $13,000. It ain't a lot, but it is enough. It'll help with feeding for sure. In the last one, we redid the cattle area and turned it into a water buffalo area. Although, to be fair, there's no water for the water buffalo. They're just hanging out. The rest of the area was redone too, and we even have a big pile of poo. And you can't forget about our new dairy production, which is doing real good. Actually, everything's doing pretty real good. I even got a new tractor. The big John Deere 6R, which I've been talking about, finally went on sale. So about one. We're also not too far away from our fields being ready to go for swathing, probably one more month, and they'll be all set, ready to go. And we're going to have to decide, are we going to buy a swather? Are we going to lease one? What are we going to do? I still haven't made that decision yet. What I do know is we need to go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of a nappy poo. Let's go to like 10 o'clock. There it is. Everything is ready to go. There's actually quite a lot of things that are ready for harvest around the map. So let's figure out what we're going to do first. We're falling. Step 1, check the used market. And there's nothing there. So we are going to have to go through and get it all ourselves. I think going in and just buying it, I think that's more than fine. We could lease, we could lease it, but why, right? There's no point. Let's switch it up to Michelin. Oh, do we have Continentals? We do have Continentals. Let's go with Continentals. There we go. $170,000 right there. And a MacDon header for Quebec. This one, transport wheels set up. Yes. Oh, that's right. They changed the way the transport wheels look, so it doesn't come as a transport, at least in the store. I guess they were having some issues with it, but once you buy it, it appears like that. No better place to start than right here on the main farm area. I do want to utilize this. Also, we got to fix that John Deere over there, too. There we go. Got it. We'll go ahead and fold up the header. Nice and easy. Let's fix this thing up real quick. So it needs to be repainted and repaired. So repaint, repair, John Deere? That didn't work. I think maybe I should have turned this into a trailer. I can't get out of here. Well, I guess it's easy enough. All I'll be doing is going backwards instead of forwards, but it'll be fine. Let's pull forward, hook this thing up. Oh no, too much. Backwards, back. Got it. Nice. I take it back. If you're ever swathing, don't just drive backwards. This is taking forever. I'm gonna do this field first because all the stuff is around it. I still have another swather to get out, so we'll do that. Boom, 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 and we'll even unfold. There we go, the back. So now with this, I don't want to go like stupid fast, but I do want to speed up the process a little bit. What is the working speed of this? 9 miles an hour. All right. Well, I think like 12 is probably acceptable then. So we'll go with 12. We'll enable our fast farming here. We also need to jump in and check out our steering assist. 12.2 meters, 2 headlands. That should work perfectly fine for me. And we go forward, find it, and hit it. Nice. Alrighty. So I am going to run 2 headlands by myself, and then we'll come back through and we'll pick it all up, and I'll set the worker on everything going back and forth in the meantime. The reason that I do the headlands is because sometimes the worker will like pull forward and go like, and you're just left with a big pile of whatever in the middle, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this nice and simple and easy and just pull straight forward. It's going to make picking it up so easy, it's not even funny. So that's why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it. Like down there at the end, for example, it wants you to turn a little bit and then the field just stops, which is not fun. Why would it do that? All done. Perfect. Alrighty. So the good thing is swathing doesn't take very long. It's the whole like picking it up part that takes forever, but you get your bonus. I can't remember, it's 15% or 25%. It's something for sure. All right, now that we've done all that, we'll just put it into worker mode, turn off the headlands, and it will complete the task at hand. Now, we need to jump in here and hit some of the other fields. Maybe another smaller one off to the side or something like that. See, this is doing wheat, so instead of doing like the big field, why don't we jump over and do one of the barley fields? Let's do the farthest one away. I haven't swathed that field before, I think. It's been grass forever. Nice. Just like that. Got it, grab it, good to go. Alrighty, let's kick it out. Uh-oh, there's a worker in there. No. Fired! Fired! Let's get it here. 12.2, set it up. Boom, boom, boom. Drop it down. Let's see. Do we go 12 miles an hour with this one? I think we do. Go. Yeah! Whee! It's always fun cutting into a field for the first time. Tried to do it right there. There's a little pathway into the road. Should be good to go. All of this is very simple, very easy. We are going to be taking all of the grain crops and we're going to be sending them to our grain mill. And then we've got an oil crop, but I don't know if we've got... Do we still own the oil mill? Have I still got that? Let's see. Grain mill, we don't. So we're going to have to go down there and get it, and we'll go from there. Oh yeah, I forgot, once you get down close to water for some reason, it doesn't let you drop any swath. Why is that a problem in Farm Sim 25? It's never been a problem before, but it's a problem now. And it doesn't need to be. If it wasn't before, why is it a problem now? Instead of fixing the problem, the Giants in one of the first few updates just changes to, oh, well, we just won't drop a big swath anymore. Because people were complaining that there were big swaths being dropped because it was keeping everything that it was supposed to be dropped inside and then dropping it all at once when it could. Well, then they just were like, oh, well, it just won't drop if it can. So you're wasting your time. You're welcome. Well, this one's fun. Check that out. It's just like, nope, you can't swath here. Oh, man, I tell you what, it's all kinds of stuff. There's always something in there. It's always something. Hey, a worker completed their task. All right, well, that's a good thing, but we're going to have to at least do 2 headlands around this before we go get them. So I've got the first 2 passes done. However, there were a few things around the outside that did get missed, so I'm going to try and knock those out. I'm also going to see if I can go this way and swath this up. Not particularly, no. We got it a little bit, but yeah, it's not having it. I did turn off the crop destruction, so that at least helps us a bit. And we'll come through here and see if we can swath it going uphill. That normally does it. And it does. We'll just have to remember to do that whenever we come through later on. Boop, boop. Good to go. All right. Nice and easy. So the next one's a little bit more difficult because we have to line this up in order to let the worker do their job. Now, that one's pretty simple on this side, but there are, well, because the field's a little bit weird, it doesn't want to do everything. So we're going to see, will it do everything? Boom, 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 turn it off, bam. I trust you. I don't. All right, so here is our wheat field. Let's go ahead and take this over to wheat field number 2, which is over off to the side. Oh, and yeah, all of this straw is going to be turned into silage, which will then turn into money. I'm just going to cut into the field here. I don't see any reason not to, other than the fact that I just missed a bunch right there. That might have something to do with it. Also that. There we go. I did not have GPS set ready to go. I use GPS a lot. It just makes things easy, you know? Previous games, I wanted to use something similar to this. Now, GPS was a mod, yes, and you also had course play and things like that, but with those mods that like really changed the game, I didn't feel comfortable using those when console players couldn't use them. But now, because this is an old platform, it's much, much easier, much better for everyone. Let's see if we can hit this going around the corner. Hey, got it. All right. Well, there's one pass. Let's just kind of cut in right here. Not that it matters. Boop. There's 2. Line it up. Don't miss anything. Don't miss anything. Don't miss anything. Nice. And there we go. We have now completed that whole section. Awesome. So now I need to find out where the worker is going to go. To be fair, there's really nothing else going on or nothing to do, so I may as well just do this myself, because if we take a look and poke around and see if we... Is that really turned off? Nope, nope, not you. You. Yes, you. Turn it on. Turn that on. They keep turning off. And I don't know why. Where's our other swather at? Come on. You don't have to make me go through all this. All right, he's right here. Knocking it out of the park as per usual. Let's see if I can find this guy. We'll just keep going. There's nothing else going on. I guess I could start doing a pickup. Yeah, I guess I could do that. All right, we'll line it up on the straight side. AI workers, yada, yada, yada. Skip all the stuff. It knows what to do. Go for it, baby. Now, we get to do some real neat stuff through the next part, because we've got a John Deere Combine Harvester, and I like it, and I like my John Deere tractors as well. Although, I think it is probably about time to say goodbye to this big bad boy right now, because there are some new dogs in the yard. New dogs in the yard? New dogs? New boys on the block? It's one of those things. I have wanted one of these for forever, and now we could finally do it. Now, I don't want to go absolute crazy with it. I think 2.5 million liters is a little bit much. But for what I do and the things around, I think 250K or even 500K is going to be worth it. We'll start at 250K and then we'll customize if need be. I also don't need an insane engine. To be fair, like the engine that's base, I'm cool with that one. Let's just keep that one because it goes 29 miles an hour, more than enough for me. Then we can go through and maybe try and find some cool setups. I care less about the Michelin sets, but would be nice to kind of find like a nice dual front wheel. Also, just so you know, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm going to keep this Case IH. We're going to go Case IH USA. I can go ahead and change this stuff up to the case colors. So it's not exact, but I think it's pretty good. I've also kept with the short pipe because I'm pretty sure the long one's just insane. Yeah, the long one's ridiculous, so we'll stick with the standard one on here. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's still the Colossus, but it's, you know, it's a case, so it, you know, keeps the branding a little bit. Let's double check. I think there's a max of what it would do. Let's see, $5,100. You know what? After a $600 and some $1,000 thing, I deserve that. We also need to modify this now because this is not part of that John Deere no more. Let's come in, let's customize it, and let's change it to the Case IH red on the side. Love that. Rim color, I guess we could change this to the light gray as well so it matches. That works for me. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Can we also paint condition? Everything's good. So are we just ready to go now? I think we're ready to go. They call me the swathing master. Oh, my workers are done. I got too excited. This actually turned out to be quite efficient and happening much, much faster than I was expecting. So, I mean, that's good. It's good. Very good news. Very good news indeed. Let's double check real quick because I'm pretty sure this worker's done too. They are very, very done. All right, let's get out here. Now for this field, I always like to start it down here at this corner. I just feel like it works the best. Plus there's enough room for my combine harvester to turn around right here. Let's spin it back around, go back to my steering mode. Should be saved. It is. Drop down, turn down, go, go, go. Bam! Haha. Now this is the one that I was talking about, why I need the oil mill, because I can't take this over to my grain mill. There might be somewhere else, there may be a mod that I'm missing where I can take the grain and this and do it all in one place, but I don't know of anything off the top of my head. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. Nonetheless, we will get a lot of straw though. There's gonna be so much straw on everything. Oh, we got another spot back there. We're gonna have to come back through and handle that in an appropriate way. Clear this. Come on, click it. There we go. Missed a little bit, but no big deal. I do know as well down here, straight ahead, we're going to run into some more problems where the swath just disappears, and I don't like that any more than you do, but there's not much I could do to control that other than putting my field somewhere else, which isn't a bad idea. It's happening! It's happening! It's happening! Everybody, take cover! We got another spot right here as well. I was getting ready to say, we went a while right there without any problems, but yeah, we're just a little bit too close to the water right here. Ooh, it did pile up there for a second. All right, so we're almost done here. We do have another field that needs to be done. There is a lot of work, plus we got to pick all of this up. I feel like Riverbend 73 is like a brand of deodorant or something. I don't know. It's got to be something. You would think like gas or something, but no, Riverbend 73 is definitely deodorant. It's like WD-40, but for your armpits. This is uncomfortable. Let's move on. We're picking right back up where we left off with the last one, with straw making, with the stuff on the ground, turning it into other stuff. That basically encompasses Farming Simulator as a whole. What we're doing is we're finishing up swathing. We've got a couple different things to do here. As a matter of fact, I think there's already a swather that's ready to go to start for the rest of their field. Yeah, right here. AI worker, boop, 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 gun, done. Okay, field not ready for this work or already worked. Well, considering that there's a whole field in front of you, I don't think that's true. Really? Field not ready for this work or already worked. Yes, some of it has been worked already, but not all of it. Idiot. God. Can I line it up just somewhere random and let it do it? No. What is going on? I'm afraid I'm going to have to do that whole field. Yeah, definitely going to have to do that. Also, this stuff keeps turning off. I don't know why it keeps turning off, but it just is what it is. Man, I have way too many pieces of equipment right now. Way too many. All right, so I guess we're going to have to run our headlands around this field and then have the time to do the other one by ourselves. I'm not sure why the canola won't let me do, but not letting me do it. At least the good thing is we know that the worker works with the barley and it works with the wheat. But for some reason, not the canola. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not. But that seems to work okay. Yeah, I have no idea. But yep, we're gonna have to do this on our own. So off we go. Guess we could start up here at the top. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see if we can find our line. There it is. Bring it, drop it down, turn it on, go baby, go. So after all that, we finally got this field done. I may have sped things up a little bit faster than 12 miles an hour, but hey, if you're surprised, I don't really know what to tell you. Welcome? I don't know, it's April Fool's Day here. What do you want from me? Actually, Scott R from the Discord just got me good. I'm not gonna say what it was, but you guys can go back and look. That would kill me. Oh, you guys suck. So that is everything for here. Almost all the fields that we've got now have been completed, meaning that we have a lot of picking up to do. I mean, a bunch of it. Let's put this away right over here. Let's see if we can spin around and see, do we have, is that full? It is full. I'll explain what that is later. Oh, this guy's done. All right, we'll go put this away. So let's get it started. Oh man, I'm so excited for this thing. Let's put everything at 12.2 with 2 headlands. Select okie dokie schmokey, and let's go pick some stuff up. Another thing we're gonna have to do is make sure we've got something to load into. I'm guessing that something around the corner should be good for us. Do I have a trailer? Should have a trailer around here somewhere. But because we can do 250,000 liters at a time, I think we're gonna be a-okay. We also need to enable the straw swath, which I've just done right there. Let's back it up and get ready. Ooh, this is exciting. Drop it down. Ooh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm so ready, you have no idea. And there we, what is it doing? It tried to select a different line. One day Farming Simulator won't irritate me. I swear, 25 has irritated me more than anything. All right, so what I want to show with this is I really wanted the Colossus. Love the Colossus. But I wanted to showcase that, hey, just so you know, because the swathing, the pickup, which is really interesting. This is kind of something interesting. I want to show this. It is a base game feature, and I think there will be some stuff later on from Giants, maybe. But so we were told that swathing was part of the base game, so you could have swathing and picking up stuff like that. Well, that's fine. However, this is a DLC, and the only piece of equipment, the only 2 pieces of equipment that do the thing that they do are these 2. And because it's a DLC, it's locked. So I'm a little curious on how modders are going to be able to figure out how to get in here and make mods for this pack. Maybe that's why I'm not a modder. Maybe it's why I'm a YouTuber. I like to play with the stuff instead of making it. I don't know. What I do know is we can use the real speed limit mod, at least to speed ourselves up a little bit here. We've been running everything around 12 miles an hour, and you know what? I think we're going to continue with that. And also with this, I need to take control. There we go. Alrighty. Also, real quick, the Colossus. Whenever you're using the Colossus, this will just drop the straw almost automatically. So if you're running through doing anything, it'll probably just drop the straw like boop right there. So you don't have to wait, you don't have to get to the end and back up, turn around, and do the little thing that the workers do where they go like pull forward, then back up, and then raise, and then go do their thing. This just stops. It works really fast. I love it. All right, let's see how we do through the first 2 headlands. So some good news. We're at 30,000 liters right here off of 2 passes. That's probably about a third-ish of what we'll actually get off of this field. So I think running the 250,000 liter version was a-okay. I think that was probably the right decision. So I'm just going to keep knocking all this out and we'll kind of go from there. We will end up needing this, though. I've talked about this a little bit. That is a gas station. Is it this? Nope, that's not it. This is it. The oil mill. We definitely need to get down there. We don't need to buy it, but we do need to lease it because we're going to be making some deliveries soon. Also, since this is holding everything, I don't think I need to run a grain cart or anything with any of this. I think what I'm going to do is just take it all back to the silo and dump it in. I mean, there's not much else that I have to do. We can do this entire field with 1 combine. Makes it easy. Also, I had an idea about picking up the straw. I don't exactly know if I'm gonna do it yet, but I kind of want to. It's been a couple episodes since we used it, but I think that might be a fun one to use. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. So I wanted to come through here and see how our speed would work. Early on in Farming Simulator 25's lifespan, we had some really difficult times, like through the first 30 or 40 episodes, with the headers bouncing. And look at this. No bounce, no crazy. There's plenty of free motion, but the ground is completely different. I don't know why, but this is the first time I've kind of got to notice and enjoy it. I dig it, man. I dig it. That's so cool. I tell you what, the Colossus is the perfect thing for this. But you know what? I'm glad we went with the base game, or the base version. We don't need the crazy one. This is perfect. So when it's all said and done, we are at 76,944 liters of canola. Very nice indeed. Let's get this thing out of here and go drop it off. I would definitely say this. I think the pipe's a little bit too long for this kind of tool, but you know what, it works. There you go. All right, so canola's done. Now let's do the wheat. Probably would help if I turned it on though. Let's mow back. Actually, you know what? If I do this, it's just gonna drop it in the middle of the road. Why don't I do this? Let's spin this around a little bit and just kind of like do this. Yeah, it's gonna drop it down, but it's not gonna drop it like right on top of everything. There we go. That's nice and easy. And then we'll just spin this around and then we'll just pick up the rest of it. Just like that. Hey! Not bad, huh? Not bad. Big smarts. Kinda. So not too bad on the wheat over here. We're at 30,000 liters here, just like the previous field, but much smaller and only a couple rows. Goodness gracious. Not bad at all. This one's going to be a little bit different because the headlands are quite large in comparison to the rest of the field. So I'd be surprised if we got, I don't know, 50, 55,000 liters, somewhere around there. We'll definitely see, but should be over 100,000 liters with both fields combined. That was kind of the game plan. So we ended up getting more than I was expecting. 55,000 liters. That's pretty darn good. Let's drop this down and kick right into the field, baby. Yeah, jumping on in. So here's fingers crossed. Oh boy, didn't keep going. Here's fingers crossed that we get 100,000 liters off of this. I don't know if we're gonna hit it. We're almost done with the field. We're at 93,000. So unless there's, I don't know, 6,500 liters in that little area right here. Now 5.5. Nope. I don't think there's 5,000 liters of straw right there, or wheat. All right, what's our final number, man? Give it to me. 95,060. Not a lot, but good enough to keep the productions moving. Into the silo it goes. So 2 of the 3 crops have been finished. 1 more to go. And we don't have to go far for it. Right here it is. Bam! Don't put the straw on the road. Thank you very much. All right, so the barley. I don't know if we're going to be getting more or less. The fields do seem a little bit bigger. So I'm going to assume a little over 100,000 liters, but we'll have to wait and find out. Almost done with this field. It is a quite loud machine. I'm just realizing I turned it off for a second to walk away. Came back. Very, very loud. So we did okay. 52,000 liters here. Very happy about that. Next one is bigger than this field, so we should get over that 100,000 liter mark. But I do think it's funny, we're only at 20%. This has been great. I got used to karting, and it's funny because in Farm Sim 22, I kind of farmed like this, where I didn't really need to cart for anything. And the last map that I really played, other than like the farewell tour setup, was on Old Street Farm. And the fields weren't even big enough then to do any karting. Oh, baby. All right. Let's see what we get off of this one. Last field. Almost done with this field. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, we got more than I was expecting. 140,000 liters. Oh, yeah. Maybe 141? No, not even close. It was barely any in that. So, what do you think about that? Yeah! So for everybody keeping score at home, let's load it up and see what our numbers were. Of canola, 76,000 liters. Of grass, oh wait, no, straw? Wheat, 95,000 liters. We have 1.5 million liters of grass. So dumb. And 140,000 liters of barley. Most of this will be heading over to the grain mill, and then we will be taking the canola down to the oil mill. Today we've got some new toys. There were a couple things that were on sale, and I just wanted to grab them. So the first one is this guy. Base game, Mac Anthem 6x4. It's got the big engine in it, but otherwise it is pretty standard stuff, all things considered. And this is going to help us get stuff into town. At least I hope that it helps us get some stuff into town, because in the last one we got a lot of stuff, and I need to take it all into town and drop it off, but it's gonna take us a little while. So let's start with canola. I don't quite remember how much all of these different ones will hold, so I guess we're about to find out. In the meantime, while we do that, we've got this guy, and I want to pick up all the straw that we got with this, because we can do this and then use like a bell auto loader or something to go back and pick up all the bells. I don't know, I just want to use this. I love this mod so much, so I wanted to use it. One of the things that I need to do is I need to go into my sizes up here, and we want to put this at 185. There we go. 185 is good, and I think the rest of the stuff up there should be good as well. We also need to set this to 10 or 12.2 meters at 2 headlands. We've also got some silage additive which we need to add, but that'll be pretty simple to do. What this will do is it'll keep us from having to run in and out of our the field, really, with our loading wagon. Now I need to remember, am I going to be overdoing this? You don't want to overhandle it. Let's see, let's spawn a bale of straw. Let's do a little bale. Let's see, 9,000? No, those are square bales. Round bale? Yeah. Well, at least we know what it'll be. It'll be 55,000 liters, but we don't need that much. Here's one for 5,000. We'll drop that, okay. And it doesn't take it. Nope, that's flight mode. It looks like it will not take the straw here. So I'm gonna have to take this somewhere else. So do we continue to do this? So our loading wagon, I think, holds 250,000 liters, I believe. So with that, you know what we can actually do? We can put this in our silo. Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right, well, there's 60,000 liters to the front. We'll pull forward a little bit more. The rest of it should fit right here in the middle. And then in the back, we can put something else. I tell you what, I am all over the place today. I've done 4 videos in a single day. I am just, my brain is completely fried, but I need to work as fast as I can to get some of these videos done, because I want to hit 100 videos. 100 episodes, whatever. It won't be 100 videos. It'll be like 110 videos, something like that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, something like that. Nonetheless, let's move along. Yeah, move along. Anyway, so those bales, I can actually use something like this because I've got universal auto load pulled up. So with this guy, I could technically run out there and do that. So if I did 55,000 liter bales, it would be like every 5 bales would be a full load on the trailer. I may have made a mistake because I bought this thinking it would be fun to use. But I think this was actually not the right tool for the job, for this job specifically. Oh well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Just so we get some extra work done, one of the things that I want to do is send this guy on down. So we want to do a little go-to action, and we want to put the target down at the bottom right-hand corner, right about here, right in the middle of the road. Yes? Start job. Bam! Please? Did it start it? I've already selected it. It's not working. Crap. Here, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Boom, set destination, and do it this way. Oh, so much easier. Click, click, cool. Go for it, baby. Now we can focus on doing some bales. Oh yeah, getting the pre-chamber filled up. There we go. I don't think we need silage additive for this setup. However, I probably should put some silage additive in here. I don't know if it does anything, but I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Alrighty, so we are on the move. 13 mile an hour is the max speed that this will go. However, I'm curious to see if it'll go faster. Ready to give it a try? All right, left alt 0, unlock the speed. Go, baby, go. Get a little bit of visual residuals out there, but I think it's working. Hey, yeah. Just double check, make sure. Yeah, all that just kind of goes away. It depends on, I guess, which way you're looking at it from. You know, from the back, everything's cool, but from the front, sometimes it doesn't look great. Alrighty. Not too shabby. And very maneuverable, I must add. We're almost through with a first bale. Hey! Yeah, all right. Let's see how much we need to slow down for this pre-chamber. A decent amount, but we don't have to slow down too much. I think one of the coolest things is that this is all platforms, even though I'm speeding up the process with it. I just kind of want to see, will it handle it? Can it handle going that speed? So far, so good. Yay, ooh, a little drift. I like that, that's cool. All right, well, I do have some news. It does look like I did skip some. So probably flying with this, not the best idea, but still kind of cool. Let's drop it down to 24 miles an hour and see, are we missing anything there? Confucius say no. Turns out 24 miles an hour is perfect for this, and we're all finished up. So there you go. We have made eight total bales, and we're about 40% through with the next one. Not bad for a first field. It's the biggest field too, so we won't get many more than that. I'm suspecting maybe, what, 25? Definitely not getting 30 bales, but maybe 25. Seems reasonable. So then, on with it, and I'm gonna keep doing it at 24 miles an hour as well. This seems to be working really, really well. If I can find a good spot here, I will show you how I've been doing everything to slow it down so that the pre-chamber works well. But it looks like this isn't going to be the time for that. Can we get all that? Oh, almost. I'm using the extended width mod. The width. I don't know what the name of the mod is. I should probably know that. Here we go. 85, 86 and 7, 8, 99. There you go. So that didn't work very well. What I've been doing is slowing down. Really put it right in the middle, didn't it? Excuse me, Mr. Bale. Thank you. What I've been doing is slowing myself down. So as soon as the bell comes out of the main chamber, I'll basically tap the brake and it'll slow down just enough so that the bell comes out, pre-chamber doesn't fill up all the way. And as soon as the bell's out, kick it into cruise control again and no problems. Also, silage additive has done nothing. I didn't think it would, but you know, you never know. The next field is done. We're now at 12 bells, so we only made, what was that, 4 on here? Yeah, we dropped 4 bells. And now into this field, although it wants me to miss half the stuff. Thanks. It's not the mod, it's GPS. I know I said you always need to use it, but be cautious. And field 3 of 6? 5? Field 3 of 5. Done so, baby! Yeah, we are up to 15 bales now. Not too shabby at all. I don't expect to double that number, but you never know. Anything could happen. I'll say this. I love this machine. If it was this cool in the Oxbow pack, or the Vermeer, what was it, Vermeer DLC? It was in Vermeer, right? Now I need to go look. Yeah, the Vermeer DLC. If this would have been that cool, then let me tell you what, I'd have been all about it. You know it. This is so much fun. Oh, the semi-truck. Oh, crap. I forgot about this thing. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about this. There are a couple things that we need to do with this. Boy, oh, boy. Let me tell you what. All right. So let's get this thing in here. Let's spin it around and get it on this cell station right here. We're going to drop this stuff off, but I want to own this first, but we're going to lease it. Buy it, lease it, $670 or $657 a day. Cool beans. This is canola, so we want to distribute? No. Store? No. Sell. Yeah. We want to sell. Also, don't tell me that we could have taken it here. No. All right, we're good. So canola going in. The good thing is it only holds 96,000 liters of it, so we couldn't have delivered a whole bunch if we really wanted to anyway. Also, I have a pretty sneaky suspicion here that the barley that we've got, not all of that is going to go over to the grain mill, but I don't want to sit around and wait and find out. I still have so much work to do, so we're going to set destination, and we're just going to let it come up here on its own. Let's see. I got to remember where the grain mill is. I think it's this one right here. It's going to come up this road, I think. So how's about we let it hang out outside that? Yeah. Well, I didn't get very far. The truck is here. Is it just me, or is this truck kind of flying? I feel like this truck's going way too fast. Doesn't matter. We'll bring it in here, we'll dump it out, and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Yeah. Also, the Wilson trailer is, well, not out, but it does exist. We swing it down here. The pace setter is on Mod Hub now. I'm tempted. It only holds 40,000. I'd like it to hold a little bit more, but instead of 3... All right, so that's as much barley as it'll hold. All right, well, we got to take this back to the farm. Instead of holding like 3 compartments, it only has 2. I like that. All right, so I'm trying to knock this out as fast as I possibly can. So I need to have that semi-truck go on out. We got a whole bunch of wheat in there. I think it was about 95,000 liters, something like that. So that should make it over there. We'll wait to see it tell me, hey, I'm here. And then we'll go dump it and see how much it will hold, and then we'll have it come back here and dump the rest in the silo. So there we go. One more field to do. We are currently at 18 bales up there at the top. So how many are we gonna get here? So as for our wheat, we got 95,000 liters right there. If we go take a look at our grain mill, it looks like we should be able to fit it all in there. I don't know if it's going to or not, but it should. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, did this time. Yeah, it's hit it all. Perfect. So that is one thing down. At least all of the wheat is delivered. So I got some barley. The wheat's good. Also, I know it's a little polarizing, but I really enjoyed playing Farm Sim VR. So if you guys play any VR stuff, definitely check that out. So we are almost finished up here. We're not gonna have a full bale to finish it all up, but we will have a partial bale, which I can unload, which would be perfectly fine. So drop that, take that. Let's see, can we dump the bale? We can, right? I'm just gonna start hitting buttons. All right, got it out. So we did 25 bales up there. Not too shabby. Riverbend 75 is here, and we got a lot of poo. My game plan is to use this mod right here. This is the BGA Extreme by the BGA FD mod, and I think this is a good spot for it right here. Because instead of having to just sell the manure that we're getting and the slurry and things like that, we can actually just drop it off right here at a BGA and have it take care of it for us. Of course, we do have a lot of tools that have to be put out of the way though. Now, the reason I would go for this is because it's absolutely insane. It is humongous when it comes to capacities. Also, I need to make sure that I can put this as far out as I can. About right there. Does that look good to you guys? Bam! Yeah, and there we go. Looking great. I put a little bit of gravel around the outside of it just to kind of make it look nice, and I accidentally went yay with the gravel, which actually turned out really well. So I did the same thing over here and went yeet as well. Now check this out. We can do, I don't know why that says bread, but we'll have to figure, wait, is that bread in? Why are you putting bread in a BGA, bro? Nonetheless, I don't know exactly what's going on because there's some pretty high capacities for this stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that. But I'm also seeing that my slurry is in here already, which is really interesting and a little bit weird. Now, I don't care about any byproducts here. I don't care about the digestate or the methane, the electric charge, none of that. So I'm just going to set these to selling. This works. We also want to do the same thing for the manure, so we'll set that to selling as well. And you know what? We may as well just set everything to selling. Yeah, there we go. Now there's no questions. I'm going to activate the manure. I'm going to activate the slurry, so the slurry should go ahead and start working immediately, and it does. And it should run through it pretty quick. Yeah. Holy cow. Hang on. Hold on. Activate. Come on. Stupid thing. Hang on. How do I deactivate? Holy cow. We're already up to 871 liters of digestate. Okay, this is too fast. You know what? Whatever. This series is going crazy already. It's not gonna matter. Now that that's over with, we have a real big poo problem. So let's go ahead and get this thing situated. 267 liters of manure. I'll tell you what, those cattle, they get rid of it quick. There's another thing that we've got to do today as well. We also have straw bales everywhere, and we still have our AgriFlex over here in the middle of the field. We are going to have to get that up. I don't remember if I leased it or bought it, because it's been a couple weeks since I recorded on the series. So we'll take that and we'll get rid of it, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Looks like we've still got the Colossus. That is doing cut sugar beets currently. Will our new production go cut sugar beets as well? Sugar beet cut. What's the capacity for it? 10 million liters? Oh man. So right now I've got the main BGA on the map, and it is really causing some issues because it's taking forever to do stuff. So I don't have to put cut sugar beets in here anymore. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Nice. So all of this stuff, I just need to get this to come down to the farm, I guess. I mean, to be fair, there's not a whole lot in here. 301,000 liters, and then the cut sugar beet, that's, I think it's only modified to cut sugar beets with like the auger. So we're good. Woohoo! Check out those brakes. All right, so we got a bit of a problem. I can't put this into transport mode. Therefore, I cannot send it to go do it itself. So I got to drive this thing. Just give me a minute. We'll be down there. Well, I do have some good news. The John Deere worked perfectly fine. Check that out. So we got to have that down there first anyway. So I'm just going to follow the worker. All right, maybe I'm not going to follow him the whole way. I don't know what he's doing. Don't mind me, totally not driving through other people's fields. All right, so here's the dealio with this guy. We'll pull in, we'll dump all of the cut sugar beet. It's gonna be a little bit tight in here with all this equipment, but that's okay. All right, I found somewhere where we'll actually dump it, which is great. And now all we gotta do is put this beside it, and hopefully we've got enough room to get in here and dump this right in. Come on, you know you wanna do it. Oh yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Now, this is still going to take a hot minute, but it is working. Cut sugar beets are going in. We'll take a look at this real quick. Ba-boom! Cut sugar beets. That's what I'm talking about. Man, it's already run through 25,000 liters of the manure. The problem is the slurry's not going down. That's going to cause us some serious issues because it's just going to make way too much money. Oh boy. The good thing is I think a couple pieces of this equipment is leased, so once that's all said and done, we won't have to pay for that anymore, so that's nice. And I'm gonna get this trailer here prepared for loading manure. So we'll back this up, and basically I'll be able to just back it up, pull it forward, back it up, pull it forward. Nice. A couple things we could put away now. So the AgriFlex, apparently I own this. I didn't know I owned it, but it is mine. So we'll go put it in a shed. So the next scheme on the list today is going to be picking these bales up. And we do have a set of trailers that are specifically designed for these unrealistic bales that we've got everywhere. It's called the Custom Bale Support Pack. And we've got a few different things in here for wrapping round bales, wrapping, I guess, square bales as well, which is nice. But we have straw bales, round ones. So I need this guy. And I don't need to buy it, so we're just gonna lease it. All right, 2,500 bucks, not too shabby. We're gonna be running it with this guy, the John Deere 650. Big up 650, goodness gracious. No, the 6R250. Wrong tractor. Does the 650 even exist? I have no idea. What we gotta do is we gotta pick these bales up, and I'm gonna turn them into straw, unless I can deliver them to the, silo over there, but I don't think I could do that. I think I have to actually load these up properly and then deliver them somewhere which will shred them, which, goodness, we have a place. Now at this point I believe that there are a couple different bale loaders that are out that work with this. Uh-oh, hang on. I always forget about this down here. Yay! In it, turn it on, pick it up. Nice. And get rid of the stones. Again, I have no idea what to do here. I think maybe it's because I haven't started a new save game or something. I don't know. And then this thing's down here, but I can't collect it. I got nothing. To be fair, that's not a collectible because I already have all the collectibles on this series. I don't know what that is, and I don't know why it's there. I've almost got all of the bales picked up now. I don't know how many I've got left on this field. Watch it be like 25 bales. And see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. It was 25 bales. Come on. trail holds 24. Well, there's one thing I could do with this bale up here, and I'm gonna definitely do that. Because this mod makes all of its bales liftable, we can bring... Uh-oh. Oh, I'm losing it. We're losing it. Come here. Come here. Hi. Come here. Gotcha. I can't see where I'm going. I gotta run sideways. We're gonna put this over here with the food. And so the bale should disappear. Well, it is disappearing, which is great. Yeah, all right, cool. Is this done? Are we done over here? I think we're done over here. Nice. So we can actually get rid of some of the stuff that we've leased all this time. So in here, oh boy, we are rocking. 61,000 liters of digestate has already been made. 94,000 liters of electric charge. And we got 7,900 liters of methane. Say, no, liters. Units, I guess, is the best way to put that. Yeah, the slurry's still not going down. I don't know why. Is it because we've got a silo like right over here collecting it as well? It's always been such a big problem with all of that. Maybe one day FarmSim will get that figured out. So here's the thing. Our silos that we've got do not take bales. And so one of the things that I could do is I could drop these off here at this silo and then take the straw and make some silage somewhere. You know, or we could put down another one of these. I love these so much. The BGA FD mods are just awesome. These guys right here. Ah, they're awesome. All right, so there's another one that I really, really dig, and it is the fermentation silo. So this will take stuff and turn it into silage. Now, as you've seen, we are utilizing basically this exact thing, but in a couple other ways. So what I want to do maybe is put this maybe here in the corner. About right there, that works. I think that's cool, yeah. We'll drop it there. It's another 100 grand, but maybe it'll take bales. Please take bales. If this doesn't take bales, I'm gonna look like an idiot. It's also another $100,000 off my top end as well. Hey, it takes bales. All right, yeah. Very, very cool. All right, so we've taken care of that. We could return this trailer. There we go. I can also go into my pause menu with double check and see what all we've got, because I may switch over all of my hay stuffs over to that because it works really well. I'm going through, but looks like I actually own the sugar beet cut trailer. I don't remember buying that. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna move everything from the place we've got right there at the top of the screen. So I should have silage, hay, and straw over there, I think, or silage, grass, and straw, something like that. I'm gonna hook all of these up and see if I can't move all of that in one go. What I've done is I've grabbed some trailers from the Colossus pack, which I'm hoping should make this super easy. We could just do boop, 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 and bring it all over one trip, be done with it. And I know the silage is set to sell. However, I can easily just sell it at one of the sell points over there. That way we can finally get rid of this building, even though it's not that I want to get rid of the building. I like this building a whole lot. This building alone has gotten me through some tough times. So, grass 481,000. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. It's gonna be worth it though. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Rock back and forth, DJ. You got this. All right. Grass is good. Let's pull forwards and find out what else we have in here. Silage. It's only a little bit. Oh wow. Is there no straw? Oh boy. Stop. There is no straw. Okay. Well, I guess that was it, huh? Alright, so I got this thing set to instantly unload, which is going to be fantastic. We'll bring our silage over here. Hopefully get the trigger for it. There it is. It should be like, boop. Yeah, boop. There it is. 3 grand. Not too shabby, man. Not too shabby at all. Let's bring this around. Actually, do we have any other grass? Just curious. I don't remember if we have any more in here, if we got it all out. There is no more grass. All right, well, that makes that easy. We'll bring it here, find it, dump it. It's gonna be instant, as it were, 500-some thousand liters. And we could go in here and finally activate this. So activate that. I was about to say, where'd I get 1.3 million liters of straw? Oh yeah, forgot. It is set to storing. I do not care about that. We want to set this to selling, get it done. And that also means we can get rid of this now. Sell that. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Awesome. All right. I think we've got one more thing to go do, and that's going to be replace the hay barn at the top farm with one of these. And not that I'm going to jump around, but I mean, it's kind of what happens whenever you're playing Farming Simulator. You end up jumping around a little bit. I do want to go and finish up this manure, so we've got it, just so I don't have to think about it anymore. I gotta say, I've created a lot of silly stuff over the years in Farming Simulator, but I think my manure paddock definitely takes the cake. But it works, so you can't judge. Additionally, in an attempt to actually make this work, I'm gonna try to load up the slurry that I've got here. I'm gonna try and load this up into the trailers and dump it into the BGA, even though it's recognizing it currently. It's not taking any of it, and that's becoming a bit of an issue. Well, the good thing is, slurry has been removed from the recognition, so it doesn't think it's there. I know early on we had some issues with milk and the system that we were using over here, but all of that seems to be fixed now, so that's good news. Let's bring this around. Let's see if we can get both these trailers in here. Dump the first one, dump the second one. Slurry's going in very, very quickly. Love that. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, booyah. All right, so slurry's back in there now. All we gotta do is wait and see what happens. All right, so we got a big problem. At the top of the hour, we went from $155,000 up to about $400,000. Just too much money. That's way too much money. Oh man, that's so much money. It's not even funny. Yeah, so problem. I don't know how to fix it. I like money. Moving on, moving on. All right. Okay, so we're all done with this setup here. We could go ahead and delete this. It had, I think it was 600 liters of silage in it. That's not enough to matter. You may be wondering why I'm not putting another one down, because I'm swinging over here to pick up the rest of the grass. Yeet. This one's actually going to take a while, though. It comes down slow, but the good thing is at least it will pop out of there. So that's nice. All right, so we could put down another fermentation silo extreme. And we could put it about right here, right where we had the other one, and we'd be A-okay. We could put it somewhere else, though, if we really wanted to. Maybe like here-ish? Yeah. Put it in the middle of the tree. Nah, I'm just kidding. Honestly, right here's probably more than perfect. It's nice, it's easy, it's right beside where we need to be, and we'll be good with it. Unfortunately, we've got a lot going on in here. There's also some straws. We've got to get that out. There's so much to do. I always forget how awesome everything looks when it's raining in-game. Looks so cool. Welcome back on the Riverbend Springs. We are in episode numero 76. I didn't learn the other numbers. I have actually had to go in and do something fairly interesting with this. So you may have tuned in the last one where I was trying to fill from this silo. This is an old Matana silo. It is epic. However, I've had to do some stuff to get stuff out of there. So this one down here is called the Silos Multi-Fruit, and I've been using them on the series since they first came out. They were one of the first mods to come out onto the mod hub. However, they unload bulk materials at 2,000 liters per second, which is exactly as much as everything else in the game does, which is fine. No biggie there. But when you've got millions of liters to get out of there, because it holds it, you need to cheat a little bit. So I upgraded it so that empties out at 100,000 liters a second, and boy, does that help. All right, so there are a couple things that we need to do, like this guy. We need to set these to selling. All of the silage that we make, everything like that, every bit of it is being used to sell. So we've got grass silage, we're going to activate that. Straw silage, we're going to activate that. We're going to hope that we get some cash money. Now today in game we might be able to do a little bit of mowing, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do it or not just because of the rain. I also don't have the equipment that I want, so we'll have to buy that. So at this point, I have spent so much time mowing and tanning and doing all kinds of crazy stuff with this field up here, all of the fields up here at the top of the map. But there's one way that I haven't done yet, and I don't think I've done this in Farm Sim 25, definitely haven't. Maybe Farm Sim 22 as well, and maybe Farm Sim like 17 or 19 since the last time that I did this specific thing. If it wasn't, it was long enough ago where I don't remember it. So my game plan is to use a forage harvester with a mower header, and then we need to put some type of trailer on the back of it because we're going to collect all that grass. So I think the first thing to do is probably select our mower setup. Now, do we go with a 50-meter unrealistic version? I kind of want to, yeah. So we're going to all Colossus for this. We've chosen the forage harvester. We've got the header to go on the front, the mower head. And we've got this guy. That is $19,700 worth of stuff. But I think it's going to be fun. It is definitely different from how I've done this before. I did go with the big engine on this just to see. You know, I just want to have some fun. Also, we got green blinky blinkies. Of course I did. Man, look at that mower on there with those twins. I mean, that looks awesome. That looks so good. Although I do believe we're going to have to wait until it quits mowing. It's not going to be too long, so we can hang out for a minute. Nothing a little fast forwarding can't do. The rain's getting quieter. This is a pretty cool sight, man. Check that out. Oh no, money's going up faster than I was expecting. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Uh-oh. Let's hang on. We're at 1.7. 2.2. So we become millionaires overnight. I really need to find out what's going on here. Finances. What are we making money on? Sold products? Like, there's no way silage is making that much. I mean, to be fair, it sells like quickly, so it's not like over amount of a time. So it looks like our straw in here is already sold up. This one's almost done, so all the grass is gone, all the straw is gone. In the BGA Extreme, it is selling stuff like hotcakes. So it looks like we're just making the money that we would have made anyway. However, we made it much faster. Alrighty, so the rain is gone. We are good. Should we get to it? I've already unfolded everything. We're set at 49.9 meters, even though this is a 50 meter. Give it a little point. Some of the equipment defaults to that, so, man, I don't fight it. I just let it go. I just let it go. Ooh, we need some silage additive, too. What am I doing? There we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Hopefully this doesn't go too fast. I'm sure it will, but I just don't want it to. I don't want to go like a bajillion miles an hour doing this. I mean, we're at 50 meters. Come on. There we go. So just that little bit's giving us 30,000 liters. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll set this. There we go. Turn it on and go forward. Now I know that the unrealistic speed is going to let us go absolutely crazy here. You know, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it. Hey, we're almost up to 100,000. There it is. Now this is the way you do grass, man. This goes so fast. Oh, it's so funny because way back when I started playing Farming Simulator, story time with DJ here for a second. When I first started playing Farming Simulator, it was 2017. It was in the falls, like September or something. And I remember talking. I was a drum tech at a high school, like helping out drum lines and percussion and stuff. And I was talking to one of the students. I was like, "Hey, have you ever played Farming Simulator?" And of course he's like, "No, man, I played GTA or you know whatever." But the oh, it's not mowing stuff outside the field. That's interesting. So I ended up getting it, and after I got it, I was looking at things, and I saw people doing crazy stuff. I was like, all right, well, I don't know how to do that crazy stuff. So I tried like downloading. I was in Farm Sim 15. I ended up getting Farm Sim 17. I started watching a bunch of videos and saw that mods were a thing. Found Mr. Silly P and all this stuff, and I remembered watching a video that said unrealistic mods for Farming Simulator, and I thought, how? How do you do unrealistic mods? It's Farming Simulator. Nothing about farming is unrealistic. Maybe except for the way this worker's trying to do this line right now. And I saw like combine harvester with like these augers off so that you could combine, you could cart, bale, and pick up all the bales auto-loading all at the same time. And it blew my mind. And of course, then I tried to, you know, do all of that, but it was on Xbox. It was impossible. But the thing is, like, this is easier and a lot better. And it's so funny because now this is an all-platform mod. This is for everybody. And that is so darn cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. The fact that you could do this on all platforms and just go wild and crazy. Goodness. I mean, we're already up to 527,000 liters in here. Boop. 528. Got him. So the fact that we can do just insane stuff. Ooh, missed a little bit. It makes me so happy, and it's so much fun because it gives all players the opportunity to play however they want. And hey, with precision farming on the rise now, precision farming was just announced when I'm recording this. I mean, you've got really, really cool stuff coming. So now the unrealistic players have got some cool stuff that they can use. The realistic players are soon going to have stuff that they can use as well. This 25 is getting good, man. It's getting good. All right, well, this did not take long at all. Not in the slightest bit. But it was nice to use something completely different than I use usually. There we go. Done. We got 711,000 liters off of that field. Yes, we did. All right, all right. All right, so now let's relocate to this field. Let's get in here, see if we can get everything lined up. Go a little slow with the line and run. Oh, look at that. I accidentally went into this field. I didn't notice. 50 meters is a lot. It's insane how quickly you could do a field at 50 meters. So there you go. We are now up to 1.1 million. Not too shabby. All right. So now on to the next field. And I guess I can just leave this on because it's not mowing anything else. At least nothing that's not part of my field. We'll see how much we get off of this. I was going to go with a 1 million liter capacity trailer, but looks like I chose the right thing with a 5 million. And then we are done. There it is. Okie dokie. So what did we get off of here? 1.5 million liters. Not too shabby. All right, let's fold everything up. Let's put them away. Let's bring this over here and we'll dump it in. These are the only fields we've got up here. However, I will say I think we've got enough money here to basically do whatever we want now. I think at this point, buying more animals is the thing. I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to buy some more cattle, and we can hold like 1,000 of them. I think I've only got, what, a couple hundred? We could buy some more. Oh no, this thing doesn't have instant dump. Hang on, we got to set this thing. So on these at the top left, you can see tip side back, grain door, left, right, and instantly dump. Instantly dump is the one to go for because that happens. It instantly dumps it in there and makes it nice and easy. Boom. There you go. All right, so a couple little things just to tend up to the field up here. I need to come through, and I need to put down some fertilizer. Other than that, I think that's about everything I need to do here. We also need to figure out what we're going to put in the fields down below, and I think it's time that we've kind of done a few things over and over again at this point. Might be time to look at new expansions. Alrighty, just like that, we are done fertilizing. Sweet. So I've gone through and I've fertilized all the fields that we have at least. Granted, everything looks fertilized and I don't actually know why. That's very peculiar. Nonetheless, all of our fields are done. I have come over here to our cattle. I think we've got the money to just go ahead and max everything out. Currently, we've got water buffalo at 20 months. So, you know what? I mean, we could put some regular cows back in here, and we could do half of one, half of the other. They are going to try to have offspring, but it's not going to work because there ain't going to be no room. This way, we could have all 1,065 head of cattle in here, completely filled up, ready to go. All is good, and no room for the little ones, which I could care less about anyway because they take up space. Bye, 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 bye. Yes, got them. All right, so now we are completely full, and I'm definitely going to need some more food. Hey, there we go. All right, so one of the nice things I like is if you get a hold of 82 Studios multi-filling station, you go for the cheap one, you can actually buy a bunch of TMR for pretty darn cheap. I mean, I think you could probably sell grass for more than this is purchased for. 100,000 liters for 14,800 bucks. I mean, it is going to fluctuate slightly throughout the year, but it's not going to fluctuate that much. And it's so easy. So easy. Probably a good idea I came over here because they definitely need some food. Oof. Let's do it this way. So all I got to do is back up. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so much easier. That's so much easier. So I have taken a good amount of time. It's taken me about 10 minutes probably, but I filled up with straw. We filled up with TMR. We're good to go. They've got meadow grass, but it doesn't matter. Productivity's all the way up. Really happy about that. Buffalo milk's in there. Heck, they made 3,500 liters of milk while I've been talking about this, and manure is pretty up there as well. I still don't know what I want to put in the ground, though. I don't know. I've done most everything. We haven't really done any rice. Maybe that's what we need to do. Turn all of our fields into rice paddies. I don't want to ruin them, though. But are there any rice fields around that I could use? Also, why did I put a gate right here? Makes no sense. The issue with the rice fields, if we did anything like that, is it needs to be flat. And the problem is, well, there's like 2 or 3 flat fields on this map, at least that I know of. Most everything's hilled off, or I have taken over and used it as a grass field, which also, to be fair, my fault a little bit. If you look at the fields that I own, most of them are flat. This one right here is pretty good. So this field, if we can find it, is right here, 61. I don't think it's a bad field to start with, plus it's right beside the water. I think we could turn this into a rice field. It's not going to look good, but I think we could do it. Let's do it. Why not? I haven't really done much rice. I've played on Hutan Ped Thai a little bit off screen, but nothing really crazy. You know what I mean? All right, there we go. One thing I did do is I jumped in and took all of the fertilizing off the field and made it where it was just cultivated. Hopefully that'll make things easier for us. Let's go in, let's save the game, and I don't know, add a rice field to it. Why not? The time has come to convert this field into a rice field. In the last one, we talked about converting this over to a rice paddy. And we've even got a new mod that's coming out since I made that video called the crawfish something production. Yeah, that's it. And said crawfish production is really meant to be put beside rice paddies to kind of make it look like they're going out in this little boat. So, perfect timing. We're going to put down a rice paddy, and then we're going to put a couple of these around, and we go get some crawfish. Now, I think it's important to note that I haven't done this in a while, so you may have to hang out with me. I do know that our water pump is going to be halfway along the first marks that we make. And I'm pretty okay just making the marks here on this field. So, that is what I'm going to try and do. What are you doing? He overlaps. It's in the field. Rabble. This boy, oh boy, gotta love farm sim. No, you're too close. Well, then why is the field there? Yeah, look at this. I have to go all the way to like right here in order to just make it right. How's the field there then? It makes no sense. I'm being completely honest with you. I think this is gonna look terrible. Look at that. Look how much we're cutting off. Come on. Do you want to cancel creation field? Absolutely. It's terrible. So now the problem is trying to find a flat field that is not near water. I guess we could go back to these. Nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, we could make a pretty big field, even though I wouldn't. I'd make 2 of them, but still, that's not too bad. Let's give this a try. Let's buy some other land. We're gonna get rid of this. That sucked, man. Can we not do that in the future? We're like, hey, here's a field, but no, you can't build on it. Rawr. Sorry, I haven't eaten yet this morning. This field, red beets, is ready to harvest, and whatever this is, canola is growing. Although, I'll be honest with you, I could care less about both. Neither are going to do anything that I want, and I really don't want to take the time to do red beets. So then, I have reset both fields to cultivated. Now, let's see, can we make a rice paddy out of this without it absolutely going nutso on us? Can we get all the way out? Yes, we can. This is good news. So, I need to make my first mark somewhere around maybe here so that the pump is near the front. About right there. That'll do. And then we can swing all the way out. I'm not going to overlap these fields. I know I kind of said I wanted to, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. It just is what it is, right? Area's restricted. See? Still doing it with this stupid field too. Come on. Gonna make me want to jump on and download a third-party mod just to make this work the right way. God. This one corner up here. This one corner. I could get it to like right almost to there. But again, the edge of the field, just because it's close to water. What's the deal with water? This is just going to turn into a video of me ranting about water and farm sim and how stupid this is. Okay, this is another field that's not going to work because I can't line. Like, look at that. I have to get all the way into the field, into here, just to make it work. No, that's going to look terrible. So really, it seems like I'm going to have to give up my grass fields up here just to have decent rice fields. It's so unfair. That sucks. It's not very often you hear me say this, but Giants, fix that. That's awful. Well, at least it helps me make a square, I guess. And that's important. I also remember the placement height is going to be a big issue. If you don't change it, usually you've got like this little woof over the top of it. So I'm going to go down one. Yes, down one. And that should make the top of it at least level, so the water level could be there. And I think finish. Yep. Okay. All right. Oh, of course, I'm still here. Get rid of these fields. I don't know what has just happened. However, I am unable to click on hotspots anymore, and every time I click, it drags in. What is wrong with Farm Sim today? If I save this and the game breaks, I'm going to be so mad. So as we load in, it's kind of interesting. There's a spot right in the middle to the right of the red barn in the middle, to the right side of the solid complex. One of the fields that we were just buying, actually, is split up into two fields on this one. I wonder if later on in the game's lifespan, they decided to change that over to a single field. And the same thing over on the left-hand side as well, behind my face. Interesting. All right, let's see if the game is still brokety broke. I always get a little bit of interestingness going on right there, so no big deal. This, boop, drops down. Good, that's what I wanted. Where is the pump? Oh my gosh. I forgot to make a small area. Holy cow, the pump is all the way over here. Oof. Well, you're gonna do it once, do it twice. We'll do the same thing on this field over here as well. At least we'll have some flat rice fields. All right. Oh, and my mouse disappeared. It always does. Can I select now? Now I can select. What happened? Oh my gosh. Come on. Get it together. All right. Well, let's party. I am demolishing all of these grass fields up here. And we are making some big old rice fields because I really haven't done much with rice. And I haven't played on Hutan Pantai. So we got to do it over here. Yeet. Put that there. Should make a nice square for us. Sweet. Let's drop it down one. Boop. And finish. Yeah. Cool. Is everything still working now? Everything still works. Okay, this is good. And my water pumps should be pretty close to each other, and they are. Awesome. So since we are on Riverbend, I'm going to be doing long grain rice. That is what's going to be going in these fields. Now, it does say that it is fully fertilized, which I've done previously. We got a little spot here in the middle, but that's all right. It does need to be, oh, it is cultivated. I was going to say it needs to be rolled, but I thought I had that turned off. So the thing about this is we are going to need some seeders that will do long grain rice. Really, pick up that thing. Come on now. And the good thing is I modified this John Deere seeder or planter a long time ago at this point to be all the things. So it does all the things. So it does long grain rice. And just so we're clear, I did not want to use fields this big. These are ginormous fields. It's a little bit too much, if I'm honest. But, hey, it's here, so what are you going to do about it? At least it's fully fertilized, so that's one less thing I have to worry about. Let's take this, drop it down, turn it on. What do you mean? This crop can only be planted right... That's what I'm in right now. Oh, it was probably trying to plant it on the grass at the edge. We need to fix that too. That's not a field. I guess we could also plant like regular rice in this field beside us, but that is going to take a long time. And I'll be completely honest, I'm surprised that nobody's made a mod to be able to harvest regular rice yet. But where is it? Are you in there? They're not in there. Well, I forgot I had a fast farm mod. We could speed this process up a little bit. Go, go, go. Tell you what, I'll give it this much. That's a good looking cedar setup, man. One thing I am also noticing is missing a little bit on some of the edges. The edge just doesn't go out quite far enough, although I do remember that rice on the ridges at the edge is a little bit interesting. So there's that too. So we're going to have to run into that problem later on. Drop it down into the ground. There you go. All right, so we're almost done with the first headland here. I don't know if I'm going to continue or not because we do need to get another seeder on the other field. This is still going to take a little while. Alrighty, so that is good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and set the worker on this. See, that is a half of a field. Say half of a field. It's not a full pass. What about over here? This one seems like a full pass. Yeah, right there. All right, so worker's going to be happy with this. Bring him in. Boom, AI worker. 2 headlands. Don't work on. Bam, go do your job. Thanks. Now, we need to put somebody on this seeder right here. I think the new 250 may work for this. The John Deere 250. Yay! That's not it. Yay! That's it. Bought myself a new weight. Figured this tractor needed a little bit of a weight on there, so we got it. I also dig the wheels, but I kind of want to go for a set of, like, thin duals. Can we go for some thin duals around here? Do we have any of those? Bueller? Hey, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. Kind of dig. I don't know what it is about like a 6R, 7R. I think the 8Rs look silly with just duals in the back, but the rest of them look all right. Plus, they turn better if you do singles in the front. So let's go with that. Yeah, got it. Got it. It's not terrible. I will say I'm sure it's probably not the proper spacing. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. I know I see that a lot in the comments, people talking about the spacing. Me not being a farmer, you tell me. I don't know. So we got our steering assist, we got our long grain rice. The tractor is real good. There we go. Get there and skedaddle. Haha, love it. Tractor's doing okay. Definitely is a little lower on the power side, but it's not too bad. All you gotta do is carry a little bit of speed coming into the field and you all right. Here's our big difference. One field is almost done. I should have started with this one, but I had to do it this way. Well, at least the good thing is now that the field to the left of us is done, we can flood it. Because with long grain rice, which I did have to go back and look at, with the long grain rice, you flood the field after. Is it gonna let me do it? No. Why? Well, the thing is I know is it won't let you put water in there if it doesn't need it, so maybe it just doesn't need it right now. What we may have to do is let it get through its first growth stage. That may be a thing. And don't worry, I haven't forgot about the crawfish. Okay, so this field's done. We ain't got no more to do with that. So we need to jump over to the deer right here. Let's get him all folded up. And we've got a lot of money. We're up to 2.2 million now because we're making like $1 million an hour. That money's going to start slowing down quickly, though. If we jump in and take a look at our productions real quick. So there's some things that are going to be making stuff slowly. Like the ones that say leasing, those are going to make stuff slowly. However, the extremes, those are the ones that are going to be doing some wild stuff. In here, for example, in the BGA Extreme, we've got silage, slurry, and cut sugar beets. Those are all making digestate, electric charge, and methane, which are being sold. Makes us a lot of money. Then we've got fermentation. Now, this one is empty, but it has a lot of digestate. We've also got this one, who is not empty. It's got 2.1 million liters of grass, and it is making silage like nobody's business. So that's good. Then we've got some milk in here, which is being turned into stuff, I'm sure. And we've got the multi-grain production. It's milk in there, but no buffalo milk. Did I not put the buffalo milk in there? Oh, no, I did. We're good. I can't read. That's my fault. Okay, so the seeder we have right now is this guy, the Rapid A800S for Vaderstad. I guess what we could do is just get another one. We could do that. We could also go with the Seed Hawk, this guy, although it is going to take that. We would have to do the tow between, I believe. Tow behind. Yeah, we would have to use the tow behind. And it's a lot. 450 horsepower. I mean, I've got a 9RX. Yeah, 9RX, but we don't have fields big enough for that. And I know it's kind of the boring choice, but I think I'm just going to go with another one of these. It's simple. It's easy. We've got tractors that'll pull it. I mean, that's about it, right? I always prefer a seeder that is going to not fertilize. I prefer one that's just seed, and that's it. That way, I can do everything myself. So I can fertilize separately, I can do all of that, and it just works. Plus, hey, you know what the good thing is? Now all the lines are going to match up. These are both exactly the same, both 8 meters. It all just works. So let's go in here, steering assist, number of headlands 2. It's interesting how this tractor wants you to do that. And we're going to line this up. I'm just going to jump on it, and we're going to see if we can knock this field out quick. Off to the edge now. There we go. Sweet. All right, we're all done. No, stop it. You don't need to keep going. The field is done. Alrighty. So just to make sure that I'm not going crazy, we have to wait to flood these fields. Yes. All right. That makes things easy. All right, well, I had to go back and rewatch my own video from 6 months ago on how to do long grain rice. So, yeah, we have to wait till the first growth stage. This is not news to you, but, you know, it is to me. So, one other thing that we may need to do, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it all now, because I kind of want to do this whole rice thing is I wanted to plant the other stuff. Like, we have a bunch of fields down here with nothing in them. Although, they are quite large fields, so it could take a little while to get stuff in those. And I really want to do the rice. Gotta love teleporting stuff. That's awesome. So then, now that we've got our stuff done, we need to do crawfish. And I really want to put these here. But they're not working there for some reason. And I don't think that I own the land beside it. I don't think you can own the land beside it, can you? No, you cannot. So, yeah, that's that. You know what? I got the perfect spot. So there's a little shed down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the second field that we did. This guy right here. This is like the perfect place for like a fishing operation, if you will. Boom. Bring this down. We own the land that it's on, so that's not an issue. Whapow. Just like that. Yeah. I would like to put it... Oh, gosh, trees are everywhere. I'd like to put it inside this building, but I don't think that's going to happen. What we could do is put down a different building. Can I delete this one? Cancel leasing. Leasing? What do you mean cancel leasing? What? What? No? Back out? Do you want to cancel the leasing of this building? Oh, I'm so confused. Did I lease this? Bruh, what are you talking about? I don't know what that means. Why don't I save the game and we find out? You want to find out? Let's find out. Now it says, do you want to sell the shed? Whatever, man, whatever. All right, this was going to be a little bit tricky, but just kind of go with me here. I think this is a good building to use for this. We're going to place this down right there. There we go. And did it put down... It did. Okay, awesome. So we didn't have to do anything. It does kind of go up into the hill in the back. However, this building doesn't have a back. At least not on the inside. On the outside it does, but not the inside. So, this is great. Now what we could do, hopefully, watch this not work, is take our crawfish and put it inside there. Oh, it does work. Oh, heck yeah, bro. So we take this, and then that's it. I don't need to worry about the pallets, so I'm not, like, we need to worry about the input, but not the output of the pallet. So I just need to make sure that where the dump trigger is, that is good, but oh gosh, yeah, let's not put it on the roof. All right, so you know what we could do? We could put a couple around towards the front like this. You know, oh, they are 25 grand each. Yikes. Well, this is fine for now. So what I've got is 4 of these, trying to make this look like a building that you would put just, you know, put a bunch of boats in, but all of these are here. We have 4 crawfish productions now. One of the things that we can do is go ahead and change the output to selling on all of these. That way, we don't have to worry about doing nothing with it. Okay, so input is going to be 5,000 liters each. So we need 20,000 count of these. And of course, we have to buy them one at a time. Oh boy. Well, here's 5. Man, that is way too much space between these things. Come on. Also, they are not liftable. So we're going to have to figure that one out ourselves. I'm not going to worry about it. But there we go. There's you one. Please give me. There we go. There's you another one. Hopefully these are going to the right place. Boom. And boom. All right. I think I accidentally gave one of them to the wrong one. It does happen, doesn't it? Well, let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely gave one of them too many. All right, let's buy 5 more. And let's do it again. In hindsight, putting these triggers so close to each other was a really bad idea. All done. Finally, we're good. So everybody's got 5,000 liters. They're making crawfish. So it is a 1 in, 4 out kind of thing. Hopefully it'll be worth it. I guess we'll find out exactly how we do, I don't know, next day in game, something like that. So it's August now. Let's get a little sleepy time in so we can flood these fields. Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning. Things are looking good, and we should be able to flood these fields now. And oh my gosh, we have $7.8 million. Oh boy. That's not good. That's too much money. Oops. Great. Where in the world did all that money come from? Also, it looks like the incoming stuff here from all of our crawfish is looking good, and it's made us, I guess, a decent amount of money. The one thing we need to look at is finances. Oh my goodness. $6.1 million yesterday. That must mean our production chains are almost empty. Let's take a look. So we're getting a little bit of flour in here from multigrain, but there's not a lot going on there. There is a bunch of milk coming in, and buffalo milk is still coming in as well, so that's pretty good. Nothing in the fermentation silo extreme, nothing in this one, although I have noticed that it's not selling the digestate. So maybe we need to do something with that. Again, we talked about the crawfish, the BGA extreme. This one's looking pretty good too. Silage, slurry, sugar beets cut, all those are still doing their thing, although it's not happening very quickly, unless I totally forgot to turn it on. Did I forget to turn it on? Totally forgot to turn it on. Crap! Cut sugar beets, activate. Slurry's on, so that's good at least. Silage, activate. I didn't turn these on, crap. I never even turned on the silage at the BGA, the main BGA. How did I not do that? It cut sugar beets is set to storing. Why? Sell it all. Come on. Man, I need to get it together. Well, the good thing at least is that these fields are flooding. Usually it takes about 45 minutes in game for these to flood, so I can easily speed time up just a little bit by hitting a little button right here. And you should see the field slowly flooding itself, just like so. And there you go. Okay, maybe about 30 minutes it takes. It's not too bad. So, I think from there, we're ready to kind of move forward into the next one. A bunch of lights just turned off in the house. What happened? Oh, my hair light died. It's just one. There's one up here. Here's to ruin the magic a little bit. So I always have a light behind my hair, kind of separate me from the background, and it's battery powered, and the battery is dead. Today is going to be slightly different than the average gameplay video, because over the last 70 to 80 episodes, I have been collecting and hoarding equipment. Some things I have gotten rid of, to be fair. Some things I've decided, you know what? I'm just going to throw in the back of a shed and never worry about it. So I'm going to do my best to find some of the equipment that we're not using anymore and just get rid of it. This is going to include quite a few things that have been sitting around. I don't need a Bell autoloader anymore. Some of this stuff I really don't need. The shed, actually, I don't need here. To be fair, I think this area is probably going to stay, although I did download a couple extra sheds to see if there's maybe something that we could swap out for this one. And the rice farm up at the top, or the grass farm as it was, has copious amounts of grassland equipment that I'm probably never going to use again. So let's get rid of it all. You probably also have noticed that I have $7.8 million. It's such a ridiculous amount of money. As they say, I have made too much money. And that's it. So what I'm going to plan on doing here is probably getting rid of most equipment, and then over the course of the next couple episodes, buying back certain equipment that I need. Like this right here. I love the case. You know, I'm probably not going to use these mowers again because I've got just everything I need. So I'm going to utilize this, and we're just going to get rid of them. So the first pass is going to be getting rid of equipment that we don't need anymore. And then the second pass is probably going to be all about getting rid of vehicles. And there's a few that we're going to swap out. There we go. So I've gotten rid of both of the mower sets up here at the top. We also have this merger here, which I don't think I'm going to need anymore because everything I use kicks everything out into the middle. That's a fertilizer spreader. I need that. This is an interesting combo because I love the loading wagon, but I've really not been a fan of the tractor. it just doesn't have enough power to do what I want to do, and it's not heavy enough. I think I'm just going to go ahead and right off the bat just get rid of this tractor. To be fair, probably didn't help that I had an 1,800 kg weight on the front of it. Oh, and we've also got a digestate problem where I've got, like, I think a couple million liters of it. I don't really know what to do with it. I think we're going to sell it, but I don't know what to do. I think that's all the equipment up at this farm. Yeah, all right, I think that's good. Let's head over to the next one. So the next bit is probably going to be these. We downloaded these like months ago at this point, and they just haven't released yet. So to just kind of remove temptation, probably not a bad idea to go ahead and get rid of that. We've also got the dirt bike here, which I got whenever I was collecting the collectibles. I guess that's what you do with collectibles. But I don't remember when that was because it's been so long ago. Let's also get rid of these auto-load bell trailers. Don't need those anymore. Not a bad idea to keep the cedars that we've got, at least for now. Plus, I love my AgriFlex, so we're hanging on to that bad boy too. However, in here we've got some stuff that I don't think we need anymore. We're not making silage bells anymore, so I can get rid of this guy. We can also get rid of this trailer here, which I think I was using at one point for a universal auto load, maybe. We've got this guy who I haven't used since we did contracts. Goodness. Here's another fast bale. We have the self-propelled version of that now, so we don't need that anymore. And we've got this guy, which we'll hang on to for now. Also going to hang on to the big plow. You never know when you're going to need a plow. Plus, with the ideas that I've got, I think we're going to need that sooner rather than later. And let's get rid of these. A lot of selling stuff, as I mentioned. Oh yeah, and there's a little itty bitty trailer in here hiding too. I don't remember what I did. Oh, that's from the auto load? I didn't even know. How's about this? You remember when I was doing contracts and I would steal the straw bales and take them? Yeah, that's what I was using. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Here's a roller. Can't tell you the last time I rolled a field, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. At least for now, I guess we can hang on to these, although we may do some swapping out at some point because we've had a lot of green, and I'm thinking of moving to a lot of red on this farm. And we do have a lot of green, let me tell you what. Back here, we got a couple semi-trucks hanging out. Man, I love the Phoenix so much. I'm so sorry, David. It's not out yet, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of it. This truck was fun for like 20 minutes, and then I absolutely lost interest because it's so slow. We actually own 2 swathers, so probably not a good idea to get rid of those. I do enjoy swathing, so I think we're gonna hang on to those for now. And is that it on this farm? I think that's everything I want to get rid of on this farm. So then the last things to get rid of would be over here on the cattle farm, which, by the way, we have gotten just an insane amount. We have 214,000 liters of manure overnight, another 28,000 liters of buffalo milk, 67,000 liters of cattle milk, 351,000 liters of slurry. So much. On this farm, there's really not a whole lot going on. We do have this Challenger right here, which I guess we could get rid of. However, we've had this since the beginning of the series, and if I'm going to keep one thing, I think it's going to be that. We also have a nice tipper behind it. Not really a big fan of the cloth stuff anymore. That was great when we started off, and I've also modified that one. So maybe we get rid of it? I don't know. These tankers are great. We could hang on to those for now. So why don't we maybe figure out if I've got a plan B for this, because that holds a lot. Could go with something like this. So this is from the Lizard TARDIS pack. It'll hold 200,000 instead of the 100,000 that I have the other one listed for. We could throw on some real nice... Do we have Continental? No, we don't. Well, then BKT I think would work fine. I have changed up the trailer itself to a Challenger, but I'm not quite sure that looks good. Well, I'll be honest, it's not pretty, but it's gonna work all right. Yeah! Plus, we get to keep our Challenger right here. Nice! And we get to move everything a lot faster as well. Goodness gracious, we're gonna have to. Oh, and let's go ahead and get rid of this while we're at it. So, the idea here is, again, as I mentioned, to make sure that we don't just keep the same crap over and over and over again. Speaking of big piles of crap. I think we've gone a long time keeping a lot of the equipment that we have right now, and it's just that time that we get rid of a lot of it and we move on to other stuff. I think that's the best thing. Well, you know what? This barrel right here also holds the exact same amount as the barrels that we've got now, that we have to move around with a tractor. We could move this around with a car, I think. Somebody's games did a crash. Uh-oh. None of my buttons work. Crap, I messed up. This is like one of the first times I've ever had a crash. We've had a couple, don't get me wrong, but in the middle of recording? It's the wrong time to have that happen. Well, that sucks. Guess what all's still here? I gotta go do all that crap again. Be right back. All right, so I've gone through, I've taken care of everything. I also don't really know if I want a new semi-truck or not, but I know I want different trailers. So we're gonna swap these out. I'm also dropping the Universal Auto Load mod from this game save, so we don't really need that anymore. So we've got rid of that, that's good. We'll keep the truck for now, but I imagine I'll probably find something else that I want. Now is going to be the time where we try to find case IH mods or case base game equipment to swap out for the things that we have. Now, a couple things are going to be pretty simple, like the smaller tractors, throw in a Puma and you're good. That'll fix that. For this guy right here, maybe another Magnum, or maybe we just bring the other Magnum down here. That could work. It's not going to have tracks like that, which I'm going to miss, but we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be good. Rock back and forth. We'll be good. The S7 I haven't used in a while, so that's going to be pretty simple to swap out. Oh, and we got to get a new AgriFlex. I'm not sure what happened, but that was what I was in when the game crashed, and also that's what I was in a second time off screen when things froze but came back. And so, just to avoid that, I sold it, and I'm going to buy another one. Yay! It did get an update since the last time I played this, so there is that. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got both of my 6Rs, the 8RX, the 9RX, and the S7 all lined up. And here's the two case mods that I've got. One of them's not even a case. This isn't a case. This is the Colossus. I love that you can make it red. So then, what I got to do is figure out a replacement for these. Now, I don't think I need more than one combine. I'm one dude. I'm not going to be hiring them up on an extra worker. I think one's fine. One's enough. So we're good with our Colossus back there. It's a stupid Colossus. I love it. However, I am going to need a smaller tractor that I can move stuff around with, and maybe something bigger because I would love to go Borgo. Ooh. So for all the John Deere fans out there, I would definitely look away. And for the Case fans, you may want to get out of camera, because you're going to love watching this. We're going to have to sell every single one of these green machines. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Some would say that's how you make your farm better. I don't know if I agree with that. I like the green stuff, but I also like the red stuff. So now let's buy some more red stuff. Oh, there's another thing too here. I don't think that's going to fly anymore, is it? So sorry, buddy. So sorry. I'm not going to let you get away with that. I can change the color of that, so we're not going to worry about that. Honestly, I might end up swapping out this Magnum as well, because there is a much better one on the Mod Hub. Man, here I thought $7 million was too much. We have $10 million now. Goodness. All right, let's get in here. You know what? Let's just search by brand. How about that? Oh, yeah. Look at all that red. Actually, multiple versions of this out. So the first one is, and I'm looking at the Mod Hub over here, from Carl Farms. This one is this Case IH AFS Connect Magnum. We are going to go all the way to the top. I also want to go with some pretty cool looking wheels as well. Maybe like a wide with a track option or something. Let's go with Continental, see what we get. That's so awesome. I love that so much. This is probably a little bit more like what we would see around here, but I will tell you this, I love the broad. There's no reason for it. There's no crop reasoning that I need that. I want it. That's the reason. We could go with a skinnier setup, but I don't know. I think that one just looks a little bit interesting. So let's go with this. We got our US setup. I am going to keep the 3-point on the front of it. And then rim colors, we could change it up to black, but honestly, the silver looks great. Ooh, what does it look like with case red? Nope. Don't like that. That's our tractor. Second one is going to be ridiculous. We are going to go for one of Mack Trucker 921's 340-400 Special Edition. This will go up to 1,300 horsepower. I don't know if we need it, but I want it. I'll tell you that much. For this one, why don't we keep it cool? We will go for some big Vredestein Twin wheels, loving that setup right there. Let's see, a US warning sign, absolutely. We don't need windows. We're going to keep the 3-point because you never know what you're going to have. We're not putting the liquid tanks on there, and there was no front loader either that we're throwing on. If I was an insane person, I would go for green too, but this isn't a mod video. Ooh, what is that green? Oh, that one hurts my eyes. Oh, they have the owl that hurts my eyes blue. Oh, that's awesome. Honestly, I think I'm just going to stick with black on there. Front grille, everything looks pretty good. Yeah, everything's great. Rim colors, though, we are going to go for an onyx black because I think that looks pretty sweet. We could go for a full black, but that, I don't know, it's just a little bit too much. So, let's go with that. There's another good chunk of change out. But boy, don't these things look epic. I don't even know what I'm going to pull with this thing, but I'm just glad that I have it. There we go. There's that. Take this guy, back him out as well. I wanted to go for something that's articulating with wheels. However, we don't have a wheeled version of the quad track yet. So I went with the Case IH Steiger series from Serious Modding. I think that is probably the way to go. So that gives us now 3 tractors, one of which is articulating. Probably one of those Magnums is going to go up to the other farm. We'll put this right here. And I think one more tractor. And here's the last one I went with. This one is the 7200 Pro from Dogface, and it is epic. I ended up going for no Pro logo or no Case logo on the back, and I went with Midas Wides, and this is actually the Hardy Red. I think it is anyway. It's the, no, don't sell it. Just customize. Oh, I was nervous. Yeah, the Hardy Red. I went with the Hardy Red, and then on the rim colors, I ended up going for the dark gray. I thought it looked awesome, so, I don't know. Wanted to keep it just a little bit different. It's also nice to have, like, what, 250, 260 horsepower and a small tractor. This thing will move. So then, not a bad setup to get started with. I don't know if this is all we're going to need. I don't know if this is more than we're going to need. Honestly, I can only do so much at a time. So, hey, at least we got all this, right? Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out a way to put all these back in the sheds here. I have thought about swapping this shed out, but I will say this. This shed is pretty perfect when it comes to everything that we need and the setup that I need. I mean, look at this. We could drive these straight through. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Actually, you know what? That shed behind us may be a better place to put these now. Might be. As I'm putting everything away, I'm pretty sure that my Magnum Special Edition is a little bit much. I drove it over here and got up to about 80 miles an hour. I need to change the engine in this. Oh, it's too much. Maybe this will be good. 658 horsepower, because 42 miles an hour. That's good. That's good. Now, I was thinking about swapping this building out. I haven't really thought much about which building to put here, but I did download a few. I still think that this is the best one. I mean, it's long, you could drive straight through, which is very, very good. Although they do have some others that you could drive through as well. This one, but it's just a little bit different. I'm not quite sure there's anything that's going to be better. This one's kind of nice because it does have a way in, but you have to back everything in and out. This one's cool because it's huge and you can pull in from the side and kind of swing it around, but it takes up a little bit more space than I would like for it to. So I think for now, honestly, we'll just keep this building. Though it is quite overkill for 2 swathers. I'm sure eventually we'll put something else in here too. So there's one more thing that we need to do, and that is going to be having to do with that semi-truck right there. I want to get a new semi-trailer or trailer setup. So there was some new stuff that just dropped as I'm making this video. Well, not today. This pack right here dropped. The Crappy SKS pack. This is from HR Force, and it includes a couple trailers whose rear end can extend out, and you can hook multiple of these trailers together. Now, these are pretty big, and if I was going to go for just one, it would be this guy. There's also capacities. This will hold up to 600,000 liters. That's a lot. Probably more than I need, but it's great to know that you can. But I always like to kind of run a tandem setup. Something kind of like this. I think this is pretty cool. So what I want to do is I want to try and match up my wheels setups to maybe something that would be very similar to the semi-truck that we've got. I wish we had duals on here, but everything else is just big tires or these little skinny boys. Because This is not an American trailer. Now, I don't know if it was a good idea to buy 2 of these or not, but I wanted them, so I went with them. We also went with the Mac setup because we're using a Mac truck, at least right now. I know it's a base game one, but who cares? It's fun. I love this truck so much. All right, let's bring it around here. I'm going to show you how these work because it is kind of cool how this setup works. Now, this is going to give us 800,000 liters, so it's actually a little bit less than normal for most of the stuff that we use. So there you go. So that swings that rear axle back, brings down the thingies on the side. I don't know what those are called. And then we can back this up, hook up the second one, and there you go. Now we've got 2 semi-trailers that we could pull around with unrealistic capacities ready to go. And if we ever wanted to add another, all you got to do is hit unhook, and then there that goes, all the way out to the back. Also, because this has a very, very small radius here, I could pretty much turn this around on itself like this and move in and out of places. I think that's pretty darn cool, and this should allow us to move things at a decent pace. Hey, you know what? Let's give the truck an upgrade from the day cab, and let's add a top to it. I don't know what that's called. I think it looks a little bit silly if I'm honest, but you know what? Aerodynamics, baby, I'm fast. Plus, I mean, come on. That doesn't look bad. It's different. But it's cool. I dig it. All right, lastly, we got to rebuy the stuffer over here again because it didn't work the first time. All right, decided to go with 2 sets here. Although, I think I am going to have to find some kind of a truck setup for this tanker right here. I dig it. Don't get me wrong. But I think we're going to have to find something else other than a Challenger tractor to move this thing around. Will that even hook up to cars? I don't actually know. When I went with the Challenger colored roof setup for this one, I don't know. I just felt like it looked a little bit better. I still don't like it, but I'll get over it. And I mean, of course, we can't just end it without buying another one of these. It's all case red, all silver, all American. I love it. It's also not real, but that's beside the point. 7979 Riverbend Springs. Cringy outros are back. Intro crap. That was the intro. Cringy intros are back. Sorry. We got some stuff to do. If you missed the last one, we got rid of like over half, almost all of the equipment that we had. And we have a couple issues. Number 1, there's not a lot of crops in the field right now. Number 2, there's so much poo. And number 3, I have a digestate problem. And in the game. My doctor didn't say that. Is that funny? I can't tell if that was funny or not. So, we are going to start using some of the new toys that we picked up in the last one. Basically, the only thing that made it was this Challenger right here. And boy, did it make it through. We sold so much stuff. We've gone to basically an all Case IH, or at least all red at the very least. So we've got a couple new Magnums. We got this guy who is going to be put to work today. We're getting a new seater, and I know exactly which one I'm getting. I'm super pumped for it. I mean, we have just the best modders making red mods right now represented, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This is going to take forever. Why don't we just go buy our new seater? How about that? So the ones we've got are... Ooh, I forgot to change that one's color. The ones we've got already are Vaderstat. So I thought, do we have a big Vaderstat seater in the game? And then I remembered that we can change the seed hog. So you rootin' tootin', right? We've got one. Let's go. And we're going to go with a tow behind setup for the cart because, well, let's be honest, it's me and I can't. I just can't. It's going to have to go in the back. Not going to use a conveyor. Conveyors are pretty sweet with this, but I usually just like F11. God, it's been 2 games ago. I F12 in everything, so I don't really worry about seeds and fertilizer. Not for this save anyway. I mean, who cares, right? All right, we've got our 200,000 liters of manure, and I'm going to go up here to make sure that we are doing tip side left. There we go. And this is why I put the BGA right here, because all I got to do is bring it over and just dump it out. Please. There we go. Perfect. We got a little bit more manure over there, but not too much. While the rest of this is filling up, we want one of our tractors over here. Where's the articulating one? Here it is. I hope that this is going to be enough. The power is more than enough, but I do wonder if the size of the tractor is going to be enough. I've also not used a setup like this yet, doing seeding or anything like that. I figured this would, you know, it'd get us through faster. 17 miles an hour is the max speed, so we are going to be going a little bit slower, but I hope that everything's going to be super cool with this. There we go. There's one. It does seem a little bit big. I'm kind of wondering, should I have gone for a quad track? All right, back it up. But I think we'll be cool for now. We'll hook it up and we'll just see what kind of issues we have, if any. All right, not bad, man. Not bad at all. What an absolute monster of a setup. I still think that the tractor's too small for this setup. It just looks that way. We'll give it a try. If we have to swap out for a big butt or something, we will. But I really, really, really want to try to use this tractor if I can. It's certainly got the power to move everything around, but oh yeah, the weight maybe not so much. All right, we'll drop off the rest of the manure real quick, and then it's gonna be time to hit it. For the last setup, we kind of did a fairly boring set, but we did swath everything, and I think we may swath stuff again. We've even got a swath mod that's being worked on, at least when I'm recording, so we may end up using that as well. So we need to do some more stuff that we could swath, but I think we need to move the crops around a bit. I was gonna say add soybeans as well, but I forgot you can't do that. So, I guess canola it is. We'll see if we're gonna be able to utilize this with our GPS. Looks like we will. Okay, there's that. Drop down the seeder. Turn it on. Ooh, she's a little slow off the line. On paper, we've got enough power for this, but I think in practice, maybe a little bit much. I could also change the wheels because we are running duals. We don't need to. I don't know. This is a big setup, man. Oh, and I am using the Fertilize Once mod, which allows us to put down a double application rate of fertilizer. There we go. We'll flip that around, turn it. There we go. We are doing that. So if you're seeing, you know, fertilizer going down fairly quickly, there is a reason for that. So that's why I've also gone for the same amount of seed and fertilizer, because I knew the fertilizer was going to go down fast. We actually put that in the 2 tanks that were the, well, kind of 2 tanks together, a little bit bigger. There are 3 tanks total, and one of the nice things about the Seed Hawk is you could put seed or fertilizer in any of the 3 tanks. There's not a lot of mods that allow you to do that. This is definitely one. This is the other issue here, is I kind of have to baby it just a little bit and bring it around. There you go. Turn on. All right, we hit it. It's a little bit of a tight field, to be fair, to be trying to run everything with this, and I also understand that, well, you would not do your headlands first, but it's me. I like doing this first. It's a habit. I'm sorry. This is going to be the fun one right here, though. I have no room to turn around, so it's going to have to be a best backwards driver in Farm Sim kind of setup. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Yeah. Uh-huh. There we go. All right, line that up. See if we can go. Turn it on. Drop it down. Oh, tell me that's good. Man, that's good. Yeah, probably wasn't the right way to do it, but that's good. And now that we've finished everything up from here, now it's just kind of a back and forth. I've only got it set to 1 headland. So let's see if we could spin this bad boy around on itself. Get it lined up. Hit that. Drop it. Yeah, not bad. Easy. I wonder if it'll fast farm with this. Do we have enough power to fast farm with this? I did not have enough power to fast farm with it. Goodness! Man, this tractor's killing it right now. All right, I stand corrected. I thought we were going to have a tough time with this. I really, truly did. But this tractor is just moving. Drop down. No issues whatsoever. It's ridiculous. Party, baby. Not only is this too easy, this is fun, man. I'm digging it. Yes, I'm fast farming. Leave me alone. I'm having fun. This is how I enjoy the game. I like doing stuff like this. Just imagine if you saw me playing other games where it's easy to cheat it. I mean, 2 mods in. Okay, so we have now completed, or almost will have completed, this field. We may have to do a little cleanup here at the end, but it's not going to be a big deal. After that, we do need to figure out kind of what we're going to do for the rest of them. I think canola is a very good crop to start off with. However, I think we may have to go into the realm of, are we going to get all that? No, we're not going to get all that. All right, let's flip it around, see if we can hit that little spot right there. We need to figure out what other crops we're going to plant, and we've also got 2 other seeders that are just kind of sitting around doing nothing right now, so we need to put those guys to work, and I think I know the 2 fields that are going to be perfect for them. And I think I know the tractors that are going to be perfect for them too. One is going to be the small Magnum 7250. Love this thing right here. I think we'll probably just bring this in and let the worker do his thing. Workers do a pretty good job usually, especially on this field. I haven't changed it any. I think maybe I expanded a little bit, took the disc harrow around the outside, but yeah, I don't think I've done much to it. So 8 meters, number of headlands 2, work the headlands, yes, but start with the up and downs, also yes. Hire worker, do your thing. Yeah, it's pretty simple. The other tractor's gonna have to be this Magnum because I don't have a smaller one. If I had a Puma, sure. But, you know, looking back, I probably didn't need 2 Magnums, but I wanted both of them. All right, we'll head over to this field right here as well. This is gonna be another one of those, hire them up on a worker and just let them do the whole field. We're doing oats in this one. Working 2 headlands, up and downs, blah, 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 blah. Good. Sounds good to me. All right, go have fun. And we are back on the big one. I don't think I've got what it takes to go down here and spin this bad boy, so we'll see what we could do there. I also need to remember what we're planting. All right, so we've got oats that are going to go in these 2 fields. We've got canola here, so that means we need to pick something else to go here. What could we put here? Grass is not going to be it. Peas are not fun. Spinach, no. I guess it would have to be like wheat or barley, wouldn't it? Because this is the only other options. Hey, kind of boring with the crops with this one. It's not the seeder's fault. It's Farming Simulator's fault in general. All right, well, I guess wheat is the answer, as it always is. All right, let's party. I've got this thing set to a unrealistic working speed. 17 miles an hour is our max speed, but boy, can we have some fun with it. Yeah! Definitely going to get tricky around the corner. I didn't think about that. This is a wonderful seeder to use on this field. In the middle of it. You know what? It's done okay. My frame rate is rough through here for some unknown reason, but everything seems to be all right. I think we're okay. Again, just the frame rate. What in the world is going on? Is it just the tractor? Yeah? This is all 60. Birds look great. Oh, there's 2 there. We've seen them flying in groups. When did they add just 2? But you come over here, jump in, and then immediately drops a little bit. I don't know why. Alrighty. Nice, 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 nice. All right, we should be able to do a little back and forth now. I think I'm probably going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to skip a row there. We'll come back and hit it here in just a second. I'm not going to do an every other row kind of thing. I think that looks silly, at least with something this big. You don't need to. Smaller stuff, like 3 meters, 5, maybe even up to 6 meters, absolutely. Man, that's super helpful, but yeah, here, I don't think I need that. So we're going to go right out to the end, and we're going to crank a left if I can make that turn. Ooh, this is going to be actually kind of tough. We probably should have run 2 headlands. And of course, naturally, I select it, and it's like, no, we're good. See, that's there. Field doesn't recognize it. Maybe if I select one of these rows, it'll do it. Nope, doesn't do it. So we have to disconnect, reconnect, then reset everything the way I want it. I hate that you have to do that, but yeah, it is what it is. Whatever. Who cares? All right, all we got to do is just kind of hit this guy. Oh, yeah. We'll run 2 headlands. It's better for this field. Off to the end. Do a little spin. Woo. Let's see if we can maintain 17 miles an hour. Don't clip anything. There we go. We've got our GPS line. And drop it down. Go. I'm a pro. Professional idiot, but pro nonetheless. I just realized I'm fertilizing not only single, but actually double application rate. Solid fertilizer using that fertilize once mod. And all my fields are already fertilized. Because I did that one day. Yeah. cool, whatever. It's not like it matters. I'm cheating it in anyway. And just like that, we are off to the races. This is going to be much better. Look at this. Look at all this room to turn around. Do I need less? Could I use less? Yes. Man, perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, let's knock out this field. We do have a couple other fields that are still being done right now. Taking a look at those. Looks like the canola over here, maybe another run, and then 2 headlands, and then we got 2 or 3 more runs over here, and then they are going to be done. So we should be done with all of these fields fairly soon, and then after that, there'll only be 1 more to do. Crap, forgot about that one. Man, how much fun. I want some bigger fields to use with this, which does bring me to a good point. We have $9.5 million. We're going to need to spend that money on something, and I had what I thought was a pretty good idea. You see, there are fields up here that we do not own. There's actually a lot of fields that we do not own. So, wouldn't it be fun to buy all the fields? That doesn't mean we're going to farm all the fields. I just want to make that clear. But I would like to buy them all. You know, just own everything. Doesn't that mean you win? Sure, if I cheated a little bit, absolutely. But, you know, save myself some money. You know, it is what it is. Nervous laughter. What about you, right? You know what I mean? What? Also, I haven't thought about where to put this. Do I have anywhere that I can put this cedar? I guess I could put it in there. I don't know how I would put it in there, but you know what? Why don't we just put it around the other side somewhere? Yeah, over here will be okay. Nope, won't fit over there. What about on the other side of this building? I never put anything over here, and I never really drive on this side either. This is perfect. Now that was fun. So it looked like one of these guys was almost done already, just had a little bit more to go. So I have enabled a little fast farming, and I'm just gonna knock this out for them. Do we have a pile of rocks down there? We do have a pile of rocks down here. Let's see, let's turn this on. I don't remember what the button is to unload it. We have to turn it on, there we go. And then we should make a little bit of cash with this, right? No? I don't quite know what's going on right now. There we go. I don't really know what happened there, but we got it fixed up. A really great way to make a little bit of extra cash, if I'm honest. You could really make some decent money just by doing this. To be fair, it also, you have to buy a belt, but it works. And I still don't know why I can't collect that thing. It's irritating. Either way, let's finish up. So here's our guy right here. He's rocking and rolling with that big old Magnum. I've got the older Magnum. Both love these cedars to death, man. Vaderstad makes pretty sweet stuff. And in Farm Sim, looks even cooler. Looks even cooler. So, we need to come in here. We got our 8 meters set up, looking good. I think I'm going to hire this on a worker. I've never hired a worker on this field before because I didn't trust him. But I think I'm going to do that. And then take the other Magnum and then go around hitting the headlands. I don't know if I mean, it should work just fine. Guess we'll find out. Was it smart to add precision farming to an existing game save? Is it smart to build Legos while balancing on a skateboard? I don't know the answer to either one of those questions. But by golly, we're gonna figure it out. So I have, against maybe smart decisions, added precision farming to my existing save on Riverbend. Yes, the one that's got 80 episodes. Now, so this has taken a real big wrench and just kind of went chong and threw it right into all the gears because we were rocking and rolling. Man, I got stuff in the fields already. I don't have any more poo to put in the fields. So this is gonna be like all it's gonna be all like fake fertilizer, I think. Don't worry, Senor Cow. Sorry. Senor Buffalo, we will use your poo. Don't worry. Like, all right, well, I'm good now. We'll move along. All right, so, again, I don't have any poo. We've gotten it all out. There's nothing left. I mean, there's a little bit, to be fair. We've got a little bit of milk in there. Maybe we need to do something with that, but I can't spread milk on the field. It would just stink. So right after selling all of my John Deere stuff, we're going to have to probably get some John Deere stuff or something else. Really what we need is base game sprayers. That's what we need. We need one of them. Ooh, you know what we could use? We could use these, the Kverneland Extra 1100 Comfort. This would be perfect. It's not humongo, but I think it'll work great. 28 meters? That's probably more than enough. Oh, it's only got weed spot spraying. Boo! Ooh, we could spend some money on this guy right here. This would be okay. The Condor Endurance. Yeah? You think so? I'm thinking it. And we could, I'm not going to because I don't need it, but we could do up to 54 meters. Why? That's so much. Ooh, this is fun to drive. Look at this thing. Yeah. Oh, we gotta fill this up, don't we? Crap. Dear Moo Cows, I'm here to take over. Ha 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 ha. Oh, we need lime as well, don't we? Man, we need like everything. Can I not fill up here? There we go. Had to back up 1 more inch. Of course I did. Liquid fertilizer it is. A little heavy, but we will be okay because we get that pulse width modulation. Put it on the fields, we're good to go. We gotta buy all of our field stuff too, don't we? Ooh, it's gonna get expensive. Fortunately, I got $9 million. We're good. Alrighty, so let's get over here. Let's hit our precision farming, and we need to find all of the areas that we own, and we're gonna have to purchase the soil maps for those. So not only here, we've got to buy 1, we've got to buy 3, I think. Yes, we do. Oh man, that is so, well, I guess cool. Yeah, I don't know how I expected it to be anything less. Look at that. There's 3 fields all plowed together. Ooh, let's do it again. The tricky thing is going to be up here. I don't know how it's going to work. Do I need to purchase a soil map for that? I do have to purchase a soil map for that. All right. I don't know how this is going to work with rice. Like, I guess it would work normal. We should probably see if we could put some lime down on that now, but yeah. So there we go. We purchased a bunch of soil maps, and somehow I still don't feel like I spent a lot of money. But all the soil maps are purchased now. That was quick. Okay, so that takes care of that. We've got the sprayer. Now we need to figure out a spreader. And the spreader, I think, oh, this does not have good brakes. It's going to be fun to do. That's going to be fun to do. Just, what's the word? I forgot the word. Fast farming. It's like my favorite thing in the entire world. How did I forget the word fast farming? Fast farming, fast farming, fast farming. Say it 5 times fast. Fast farming, fast farming, fast farming, fast farming, fast farming. Probably a bad word in there somewhere. Edit that out. So for a spreader, we don't need this for fertilizer because we're going to use the sprayer for that because it's got the pulse width modulation. But we may as well buy 2 at this point. Yeah, that's right. In the last one, didn't we get rid of all our equipment? Of course we did. Let's go in here and let's find ourselves a really cool spreader. Now, this is going to be the unrealistic version. I like the Vredestein. Do we have wide tire for Vredestein? We do, yeah. Let's go with the 100K, and then we are going to change everything up in here to be Case IH colors. So, Case IH for the frame. I feel like that should be black, but yeah, maybe not. I'm not sure. Let's change this up to red. That looks great. Yeah. Oh, there's so many colors. Oh my gosh. All right, we're just gonna, what does this do? I think red's okay for that. Cool beans. Not too shabby. Nice. Now we get to pick which one of these guys are going to take it out. I don't think we need either of those. I think this will work perfectly fine. A little bit of lime added to it, and we are good. 100,000 liters of lime. It's got a 42-meter spread, so we are good there. Let's go and load those settings up. And it is going to be time to hit this thing on. Line it up just right and go. There it is. We need to also turn on, yeah, right down there at the bottom, we can actually see our pH levels updating as we speak. And we're a little bit into the blue there, so it's a little bit overdone, but we do have automatic application rate of this turned on. So hopefully this will be good. It is changing, and it is making it all a little bit better. All right, we'll finish up the field and kind of see what kind of trouble we get into. So here we are, where is it? Soil types, pH, that's it. This is what we're changing. We are also, I believe anyway, gonna have to go into our settings and turn on weeds. Although, I don't know if we have to turn them on or not, but we're gonna turn on the weeds because we get like 30% of our farm score from spot spraying. So we're gonna do that. All right, we're not too far from this being done though, and it is blue. This field must be rough. All right, so I've decided to swap out the tractor, but it's because this one goes faster, and it's fun to go fast. Whee! We've already done all of the fields down here. Yeah, there's a lot of blue. I apparently have not been taking very good care of my fields. I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't know if lime required is selected either. I have that turned off because I never use lime. At least haven't in the past. Where is it? Ooh, it's not there. So usually here, crop destruction, periodic plowing, field stones, weeds. Don't you have a thing to turn off lime? I guess you can't do that anymore, huh? Neat. Oh yeah, and the deer are back. I don't know what happened to them, but there for a while they just disappeared, but looks like with 1.8 they're back, so this is a good thing. We'll say this much. As far as the lime goes, it seems very spotty. I guess is the word to use. I'm sure it's all for a reason, but yeah, it's just a wee spotty. Now time to see what happens with these fish ponds. Fish ponds, rice paddies, come on. Because I'm not really done rice much. And I don't know if I can put lime in here while this stuff's in the field. I certainly can. Yep, that's working perfectly fine. Well, all right then. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that. Oh, the water's splashing everything. We just playing in the water. That's what we doing today. I've got that mod turned on where the tires change colors. And I don't think it knows what to do. The wheels are all turning colors, but the tires are just, the body's clean. Perfectly clean. I still don't think it really knows what to do. That looks so weird. So I'm starting to wonder if I'm going too fast, because I went really slow through here, and it was dark blue. I mean, dark blue. So I'm gonna try something, and we're gonna like slow this bad boy down real good. Maybe like, I don't know, 8 miles an hour, something like that. And I'm just gonna see, is everything dark blue when I do this? I mean, it looks dark blue to me down there at the bottom, right? That seems real dark. But if I take off, it feathers out, and then I slow down and it gets dark blue again. So what in the world is happening? The faster I go, the less is going down? Is that the dealio here? I don't understand what's going on. It's never been like this before. You have a speed limit? Did they... They slowed me down. Yeah, I can confirm the faster you go, the less effective the lime is. That is really, really interesting. Huh. I'm gonna have to go slow now when I do lime just to make it work right. That does explain why this looks like this though. So we'll be honest here. You can see where I went slow and when I didn't go slow. This is interesting. It should not be dark blue. Dark blue means it's overdoing it. We want it to hit that mid-green section. Yeah. And then you get into the section that says no values available. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Maybe adding this to an existing game save wasn't the best idea. But darn it, I'm gonna do it. Well, some good news. We have officially limed all the fields. So now we get to fertilize them. Well, now let's find out how everything's gonna go here with the fertilizer. Now, the thing about the fertilizer is, if we pop over from pH to nitrogen levels are not bad. They're not bad at all. We are gonna have to put down some spray, but it ain't gonna be a whole lot. I'll give you that much. We'll probably end up spraying more tomorrow later on. So, let's get it going. Oh yeah. Dude, I love that pulse width modulation. It looks so cool. You raise it up and actually like look at it. Look at that. Oh, I think it looks awesome. So this is working slowly, but it is working. I've also gone for the that little sensor thing that doesn't require light, or it needs light but doesn't produce its own light. Something. Anyway. Yeah, we've put down 2 liters of spray since we started. 2. All right, we're getting a little bit over toward the left side of the field. This doesn't seem like if we slow down or speed up, it doesn't matter. It just puts down what it needs. So something's up with that lime. We got to figure that out. Now we're getting into it. All righty. So spray is working. It is looking good. I am also getting to use a piece of equipment that I wouldn't normally use. I don't really do much spraying, so I don't get to reuse a whole lot of them. But this is working flawlessly. This is awesome. Almost done, and we have definitely made a big difference with this. Boop, 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 boop. Man, I love this. The pulse width modulation is awesome. So now you can actually see how the curvature looks versus just a little like green, yellow blob. That is much different. So we're going to have to do that to quite literally everything. Let's go. We are rocking and rolling and getting it all done. We've gotten most everything taken care of, yeah. And we got nitrogen going in. Now, I will say this. After I got to, I think it was field 8 or maybe it was field 2, I realized that I didn't have my crop sensor turned on. So everything from there looks a little bit more even, if you want to call it that. Turns out the crop sensor, turning that on, is a totally different button than turning on the sprayer itself. So I'm going to have to watch that because I did not know that. But I will say this, that pulse width modulation still looks so cool. Just like that, all done with that field. Now we got to get in here to the rice pate. Yeah, turn it on. There we go. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. It is adjusting ever so slightly and ever so slowly towards the front of the tractor. You can see, well, maybe you could see down there at the bottom where the squares are updated. Well, it's not doing it right now, is it? Maybe look again in a minute. It is funny. It's not, the rice paddy really doesn't care that all this is going on. It's probably got too much fertilizer on it, to be honest. I think I've got one misguided step here. I don't know if the sensor works above water. Yeah, I don't think that worked at all. So I'm gonna leave the sprayer here because I don't think I used hardly any fertilizer on these rice fields. It just didn't happen, man. So we're gonna park that up right there. God, the brakes suck on that thing. And we're gonna fast forward time into the next day in game to see what happens because I think I've done everything that I possibly can do, and at least at this point will do. Taking a look at some of our scores, we should see 57 on everything now. If we've done everything that we needed to do, and we have. That's it. That's all I got. Well, good news. Into the next day, everything seems to be doing okay, and we have no weeds. So that's great news. Not only that, we are getting some poo, baby. Yeah. Oh, no, we made too much money again. We're at 16 million now. I don't... That's too much money. I don't know how to get rid of all that. Good news overnight, we got 198, basically 200,000 liters of manure, so that's awesome. As far as our tank over here, what do we got down there at the bottom? 43,000 liters buffalo milk, 150,000 liters regular milk, and 617,000 liters of slurry. Goodness gracious. Y'all been pooing. Well, it's good to know we still have a digestate issue. 1.2 million liters digestate, 539,000 liters. And down here, to be fair, not much, 9,300 liters. And that's at the BGA one, too. What has happened? So there was a lot to do, a lot to take in, but there you go. That is that for today from Riverbend Springs. And with that, that is also the end of series number 8. We have just hit 80 episodes, which is super exciting and super awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me through 80 episodes here. I don't know how much we've gotten done, but we've certainly enjoyed it and had a good time. We got 20 more episodes to come, maybe more after that, but we're definitely gonna hit 100. Otherwise, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next one.